Yes, and welcome to Star Trek, Trek. Okay, no, right. Sorry, I got stuck in a Star Trek loop there. We're doing something new.
A temporal causality loop, uh-oh.
Yes, there's actually three of me in a parallel
today?
line. Hang on, let me just reset myself.
Oh my God, Bob. What have I done?
Hello, Tom Ross, how you doing?
All I could hear was that creepy laugh that Data did. That like that kind of style.
That one. What
episode
was that from? That was.
I forget. I feel like it's season 1 or
it's
season 2.
It's got to be early, hasn't it?
It's really awkward.
Yes, he does that.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, is it not the small talk one he does?
No, it's
not that one.
Because like it's
who's going to address
Starship
Mine today?
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Man, I've got to rewrite this. Okay, so we're here to do the Star Trek draft. For those that don't know what that is, good news, neither do we. This is something we came up with, something Auto came up with about a week ago and said, hey, why don't we just do a weird draft where we pick our next episodes instead of just going, shall we just watch this? So we're going to do a football-style draft. I need to sort out my analysis page. So, Auto, please tell us how this is going to go whilst I try and rearrange windows in a secret other screen. Oh, actually, it doesn't look too bad.
So you can't have fun without lots and lots of rules. So here are the rules for the Star Trek draft. I'm going to pick out of this luxurious sports accoutrement our draft order, and all the names have been added. So we'll be picking 1 through 6. Frank was supposed to join us, and if he doesn't make it, he's going to be unfortunate because we each have a 2-minute time limit per pick. If you run out of time, you'll be automatically drafted the lowest rated Trek property as per IMDb ratings. So it may be Code of Honor, it may be the Section 31 movie, who knows? Everybody gets 15 picks, so we'll be doing 15 rounds. Trades are allowed at any time you're on the clock, or afterwards, if you see someone else's team set up and you're jealous, you can try to finagle a trade. Once an episode is picked, it can't be picked by anyone else, and we're not doing any of the things that we've already reviewed on this channel. So that's about 99 items lopped off.
Luckily, Section 31 has already been reviewed.
Uh-oh. Wait, we're not allowed to draft things. We're not allowed to draft things that have already been reviewed?
Correct.
It's on the list. You can, if you want to shout it out and be like, I think Visitor's great and I wish it was on my team, you can do that, but we can't review it again.
You better add another 5 minutes to the intro, Auto, while he reviews his list.
Delete.
Hold on. While I plug some numbers into my chat.
All that season 1 Next Generation you were planning to draft is out the window. Sorry, Shy.
The one spoiler is that we won't be having any Strange New Worlds because we've actually reviewed, in a sense, all of those episodes. Yep. So that's kind of the one series that is weird. I plugged it into the spreadsheet for reasons unknown, but I was doing a thorough job. Just YouTube today. Yes, Overtired. We are moving to YouTube for a little while just to see how things are going. Hello, everyone in chat. Oh, thank you, Tom Ross, for enjoying the Wine and Cheese Show. The Wine and Cheese Show was very good.
Hold on, was Overtired in YouTube? How come I don't see his chat? Oh,
do you know?
there.
I see it.
Gotta scroll down further.
Look at him, he's got a little crown next to his name. It's great.
All right, are we ready to begin, folks?
I think so. You'll need to tell me when I need to start the timer because I'm kind of in charge of that. So if you just give me an answer.
First,
go on. Go on.
First, we're going to be drafting, deciding the draft order. So, first of all, we have. Start.
Oh, what?
Stars has the pole position.
Wow.
Drafting first. Oh, sorry, I gotta. So there's no shenanigans. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
Show it all.
Get your hand.
He's got 5 hats down there.
Yeah. Up next in the second spot is Shiaporn.
Very nice.
Oh, so Stars, if you take Wrath the Khan, he will bite your ankles.
Yeah.
Try.
All right. In third position, we have Automaton
2000.
It's a fix.
2000. All right. Up next in fourth position,
is so good.
we have Frank, who's currently on a 9-hour drive across country.
Oh man.
See, now I always liked the turn in drafts because you get 2 picks in a row. So that's my
favorite. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, that's right.
Right. You also get informed by what everybody else is doing too.
We have Benjamin.
I am literally last, motherfucker.
Yes, which means
It's a good
in the
spot.
last
It's a good spot, Idle.
Well, I suppose it's not too bad.
Yeah,
We can-
you get to do 2 in a row idle.
That's true. So
There
we're
you
doing
go.
snake. We're doing snake drafting, aren't we? Which explain to our audience what snake drafting is.
Yes, the last person in round 1 goes first in round 2, so we alternate direction as we draft round by round.
And over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll be able to see all our previous picks if you want to talk about them, and they'll be updating live as we go through them through the power of spreadsheets. So yes, Otto, you'll have to tell me when to press the right button for timers, because I'll hit the button and I'll do that.
Stars, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready to begin?
I am ready.
Wait, I have a quick
2025.
question.
Okay.
Okay.
The trades, is that for picks that have already been made or for draft position?
For anything you want. If you want to swap episode for episode, if you want to say you can have my next pick, if I can have this episode, however you want to finagle it. But you got to do it in your 2 minutes.
All right, we'll just roll the dice.
All right, gentlemen. Best of luck. And
luck.
start the timer for the
Timer's up.
2025 Star Trek Draft.
All right, so my very first pick, guess what you called it? Yeah, I'm going to go for Star Trek 2: The Wrath of Khan. Because it's...
Son of a bitch.
Coming out
You
swinging.
said I have to. I literally went to go and see this movie in the cinema last week. It is the movie that saved Star Trek after the motion picture tried its best to kill it. It is the template on which all Star Trek going forward is actually built. Like, you can make the argument for bits and pieces of TOS, but it is Wrath of Khan. It has the best soundtrack.
Thank you, Overtime.
It has the best space battle. It has the best performance by anyone in its cast. Like, what more could you possibly want from Star Trek than what Wrath of Khan has to offer you? I know Idle's probably going to make an argument, it doesn't talk as much about, like, the alien experience. Star Trek has always been out the human experience, about mortality, about aging, about finding wonder in the small things, in the cosmos, in each other. It is about all of these things. That dialogue between Carol, Marcus, and Kirk after they've been stranded on Regular One, where she says to him, like, let me show you something that will make you feel as when you did when the world was new. Like, that is the epitome of beauty to me. That is one of the single most beautiful things I can think of to ever say to someone. That is an expression of pure love. That I wish, like, I do a bit of writing on the side, right? I wish I could write something that hit as good as that. I wish I could.
Can I cook or can I cook?
Exactly. It's just like, I could just keep on. I've only got 2 minutes, and I haven't even started talking about how the fucking the death scene. I haven't started talking about the incredible model work.
Time's up.
Uh-oh. If he doesn't finish his monologue before the end of time, do we get his pick?
That's right. It drops to the
there
next,
it is.
next pick.
Okay.
What do you have, Shy?
All right. Your
All
time's
right,
up.
before I put in my pick, I'll just offer Stars the
Time's
chance to
ticking.
trade me his number 1 pick for my second pick, and also a veto in any of the following rounds of whatever I.
Oh,
that is value.
A veto.
That is value.
So you would get the number 2 pick and a veto.
But you're going to tell him what the number 2 pick is?
Yeah, I have to know, right?
Oh, I see.
No.
as in-
He gets to pick again.
Yep. You got a minute and a half.
All right, you have 10 seconds.
Although technically this is my pick because it's the
I
third
give
2-minute
you-
segment, but whatever.
I give you 30 seconds.
Come on. 2 for 1 for
It's a
Star
com-
Trek 2. Come on.
It's a compelling argument, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep
Oh.
it.
You
That's
have a
fine.
minute.
That's
you have
fine.
a minute, Shy.
That's perfect. I had this plan. We're gonna go. If Star Trek 2 is the official kind of restart of the TOS movie era, the clear ending of it is Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, and that will be my pick. Either that or Vontae Mac. Vontae Mac, no matter what. This is an inside baseball reference for anyone who's seen the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner. But that's just for me, apparently. So, we're going Undiscovered Country, whereas Wrath of Khan is a highly personal mano-a-mano story. Undiscovered Country sprawls the entire Federation, political intrigue, mystery, adventure. It's everything else that Star Trek is, and it has the probably one of the greatest credit sequences of all time.
Time's up.
So much so that Avengers Endgame just ripped it off entirely. Just ripped it off.
Yeah, they kind of did, didn't they?
So yeah, Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
Quick programming notice, Auto. I think we should take a break after each round so we can review what's already been picked and do some scores.
That's the plan.
That's fine. Okay, who's next? Oh, it's you. Time is going.
That'll be me. All right. I'm going to be quick. And no one will have seen this pick coming, but I watched it this morning and I've been obsessing about it, and I can't let stars steal it out from under me. Gentlemen, with a third pick in round 1 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, I am picking from the series Enterprise, Season 3, Episode Similitude.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Powerful move.
Wow.
Already taken a lead
See,
in the
I don't just remember Trip's childhood. I remember mine. You made a damn good father, and Flock says you were a damn good son, and I just lost it. I'm like, yes, Star Trek, baby. So, still getting choked up. Enterprise first round. Who could have seen that coming? I'm off the clock.
You're off the clock. In which case,
I love recency bias.
Okay. Moving over to Frank. I mean, do I need to run the timer? What are we putting Frank
Can
in
we just
for?
give him all the bad episodes then?
Yeah, I think pretty much.
He gets auto-drafted the worst episode if he doesn't show up. So, with the 4th pick in the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank has been auto-drafted Shades of Grey from TNG.
No, why are you giving him Shades of Grey? That's like 20 episodes in one.
The good news is you got Next Generation episode. The bad news is
Oh no,
Shades of Grey.
that's a tactical error. Just error.
Okay. Time is running. Go, Dan.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go with just what really hits me. It is Next Generation second season. I think you know what's coming. Measure of a Man.
Ooh.
This episode, speaks to me deeply. And it's not just on rewatch too. You get a more of an appreciation for the roots of this episode. So, Measure of a Man, famous Martin Luther King speech about Measure of a Man when facing adversity. And so, I think the episode, of course, is about Data, but it also shows us a lot of insight into Picard and Riker too. They get some really interesting, choices they have to make, especially Riker in prosecuting his dear friend. So it keeps on delivering every time I watch it. Never fails to move me, and so that's my official first draft pick.
Fantastic.
Now, I saw in the Star Trek subreddit they were diminishing that episode for the terrible legal arguments. They said space legality is blah blah blah. I know. So.
Since you beat the timer, Dan, you get a.
Now that's a Star Trek.
Okay, the timer starts now. For me, you'll be very. Well, you'll know what I'm picking. I'm picking Star Trek: The Motion Picture. This is one of my.
That one's safe. Wow. No one will trade you.
No one's gonna trade it. No one's gonna pick it. It's very much my film. I am kind of. It's a bit of a risky pick for scores wise because we are talking about doing scores at the end of this draft overall to see who will win, and it's a risky one. But I'm actually hoping because I'm pretty sure you guys have not actually watched it in a long while, and I've got a feeling that when we watch it, I'm going to be able to talk you guys up on a lot of points on that film. You shake your heads and you go, "Ha! That idol with his."
It's a terrible bit
with his. With his strange notions of humanity and cinematic style, but no, I'm very much going with the motion picture. It's going to cost me in the long run, but I feel like it's a worthwhile pick, and that's me. And you know what the motion picture is? Well,
now that's a Star Trek.
That's a Star Trek, baby.
I'll wear my bell bottoms when we watch that.
I'll get my big old chain. Yeah. Okay.
Now, with your confidence that no one else was going to pick that, why didn't you leave that to a later round?
Yeah.
Well,
I
picks?
wanted to get it in. I wanted to say my piece, and I was actually trying to keep Frank in the game. Thanks, Overtime. I wanted to I just want to get out there. It's personal to me. This is also it's a little bit of gamesmanship, but this is me picking my favorite player because I like him. You know?
Your next pick, the clock should have already been running for the last.
No, because we're going to take a small interrupt because we're into the
Okay.
round.
All
Into the
right.
round. So we'll just go over to my other page that I've prepared here, which is the
Since you set it up, we've got to use it.
We've got it. So look at that. We've got the current running with the round order, but the
wow.
current order for scores, if you'd like to know, because we're tracking the IMDb rating as of today. So as of the 24th of September 2025, I appreciate the ratings will change over time. Currently in the lead is Dan with 9.1,
The lead.
also trailing. Yes, in the lead of the ratings. Auto
This
with
is the
8.4.
basic bitch rating. Whoever picks the highest rated stuff is afraid to step out.
Exactly.
I say that as the
Wait, where are these ratings? Oh,
This is IMDb ratings.
IMDb.
Stars in third,
come on.
7.7. Shy, you're in fourth, 7.2. I am in, no surprise, in fifth. And Frank is in sixth with a 3.3.
Frank's saving us all
IMDb
from being lost.
ranks Wrath of Khan and Undiscovered Country like in the 7th.
It's recency
This
bias.
invalidates. At least she's letterboxed, for God's sake.
IMDb gave Charlie X a 7. We gave Charlie X a 1.7. There is a small disparity, but it is the people's rating.
That's
can't
how you know
disagree with
we're
it.
true connoisseurs and they're eating shit.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna fly through these. Okay, let's start the next timer. Okay, gentlemen, this one may surprise you, or it might not surprise you, because I have spoken about this episode before. This is an episode of The Next Generation that I really, really like, and that is Frame of Mind. The
Wow.
Riker psychological horror episode where he has to go inside his own head and is the things real. He's got the play which he goes with Dr. Crusher and ends up destroying the set at the end. I absolutely adore this film. It's this episode. It's the one episode I would actually show my wife because she loves psychological horrors. It's a little bit Shutter Island in it as well. Obviously, appreciate that came out a lot later. It's a great episode. It was one of the first times that I watched a science fiction show and I thought, oh, this is more than just people in space dealing with aliens and shooting things, or like dealing with high drama. This is actually like, this could be a psychological horror. This could be applied to any kind of ever. I haven't actually watched it in a good 4 or 5 years, so I may watch it and go, oh, actually,
Primary watch.
yeah, this might actually be not as good as I remember, but I do remember it
No, I
very,
feel like it will be.
very, very fondly. That's why.
By the
I'm
way,
picking that.
I bury the lead, but I spoke with Stars last night and we agreed a little bit of sauce for the goose. Whoever picks these episodes, they get to decide the Schiller rating at the end of the
Ooh,
reviews.
that's a good
Excellent.
one. I like that. That's very
That-
Does it for you a little bit.
I'll do. Well, in which case, that is indeed.
Now that's a Star Trek!
We reset that time.
Technically true.
Okay, Dan, we're up to you. Your time starts now.
I am so pleased that I get to make this my second pick. And whereas before I had a second season episode, now I'm going with a first season episode. It is a Deep Space Nine episode, and if you don't know what I'm going to choose by now, this is the episode that completely reset my expectation for Kira's character. She was almost unlikable, really off-putting in most of the first season, and this episode absolutely gave Nana Visitor a chance to shine. It's Duet. Before the Butcher of Jagal, there was the Butcher of Galatep. And
Yeah.
Good pick. Good pick.
and almost the entire episode takes place just in a jail cell, at least all the salient parts of it, and it just still winds up transcending. It's a fantastic episode.
This was nearly on my list a couple of times. I put it on and took it off a few times, but yeah, I ended up taking it off. Well,
Now that's a Star Trek!
you're gonna get sick of that. So sick of that. Okay, next up is Frank. What's Frank picking?
So since he hasn't shown up, somehow Idle slipped this in after we've already started. Frank will be auto-select with a third pick of round 2 of the 2025 Fantasy Trek Draft. Frank selects from season 1 of Very Short Trek's Worst Contact,
Oh, I hate
where they
this
beam
episode.
down they beam down and do booger jokes. I think is that the one?
That is the one. Yeah, it's really disgusting. I remember watching this going, thank God this is. They literally came out and said none of this is canon. I was like, thank fuck, because I'm.
I'm a little scared that one of these Frank picks is going to be something that I have on my list.
I know.
Eventually.
when you said that, I kind of should have bricked. So.
Just for Frank's other picks, Auto, just ignore the Star Trek Scouts ones. I think we don't need to do those because they're in the list as well. Just ignore those. Okay.
Yeah,
I probably have a higher IMDb rating than other ones.
They actually don't have an IMDb rating. I put them at 5 just to get them on. Oh, get them somewhere. But so
not even a kid letterboxd or.
I don't know. Someone goes and find it. I'll add it in, but it has to be out of 10. Auto, your time starts now.
See, so Dan threw me for a loop a little bit because he's got me scared that there might be a DS9 run, and if there's a run on picks, then you're left with very low quality from the show. That being said, I'm even more scared that there's going to be a run on TNG. So, gentlemen, with the 4th pick of round 2 of the 2025 Trek Fantasy Draft, Team Automaton 2000 is picking from The Next Generation, Season 3, Episode 16, The Offspring, where Data creates a life.
Bastard.
His daughter, Lal.
Yes.
And, hold on, let me throw it in the list before I keep chatting. It is, I mean...
His hands were moving so fast.
Even the bad guy is won over to the good side at the end, at that asshole Halftel. Yeah, he holds up his hand. You have everyone sitting outside the waiting room like it's an episode of ER or something. But it's very good. Lal's a great guest star. And we have an appearance by Trent from Angel One, who plays...
Oh, yes.
He plays, what is it? The male or the naked body version of Lal. So the unformed version. So there you go.
Trent.
I'm off the clock.
Well done. I have to shout out that... also on my list of top selections, but I want to shout out because that didn't appear really on any other list. If anybody had gone down any of the top 20, top 37, top 100, Offspring is nowhere on there. It is a value pick, yep.
Awesome.
But I wasted the value and got it second round instead. So
okay, Shy, you are next. Go.
All right. Even though now Otto has me worried about TNG, though I shouldn't be since it ran for 7 seasons and had like 24 episodes per season.
It's a lot of content.
I am going to go back to the OG TOS. My favorite episode of Star Trek of all time, Balance of Terror.
Oh, you motherfucker!
I considered this one.
I have this on my list.
This is a movie this is a show episode that's so good that they felt they needed to remake it badly.
Are you talking about Quality of Mercy?
Strange New Worlds. I am talking about Quality of Mercy.
I like
Get me a real Kirk.
Quality of Mercy used to be on my list.
I was nearly on my list as well.
It's the basis of my 3rd favorite Star Trek movie that is not actually a Star Trek movie, Master and Commander, which is just basically a remake of Balance of Terror. This is sort of the finale of the climactic scene of Wrath of Khan. It's just a beautiful submarine battle. Just 2 great captains hunting one another in the vastness of the sea. I love it.
Sounds kind of gay to me, but all right. In which case...
Yeah, and Sarek.
Now that's a Star Trek!
That's right. Trek is a super gay. Has always been. Will always be.
Always has been.
Suck it up, kids.
Astronaut with the gun, yeah.
All time. All right, Stars, go.
All right, so I originally had Latent Image until I was reminded, oh yeah, we did actually review that, and I was talking about glowing terms, so I had to pivot to another Voyager episode, and it's one that I know is going to break Auto's heart. I'm going for Counterpoint.
Oh.
I have to go for Counterpoint because I think it might be Kate Mulgrew's single finest 45 minutes in the entire role of Janeway. She embodies a version of that character. That's Prax.
Yeah.
That's chick. That's some interstitial flexure.
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes of incredible chemistry, of really nicely chosen classical music, of a really in-depth look into refugees, into like racism and fascism, even a little bit of a dabble into telepathic ethics. You get some really nice little continuity nods. And just like such a wonderful tete-a-tete, like a lot of DS9's later seasons were built on the strength of what if we just did World War II in space, and this is basically just like a World War II like
Star Wars.
resistance style. Well, kind of, yeah. Resistance style drama in Voyager, and fucking the chemistry alone makes the episode perfectly. So I'm drafting Counterpoint.
But it's missing Neelix on a bike carrying baguettes to be a true World War II parallel.
Now that's a Star Trek.
Okay, we are at the end of round 2. Things starting to heat up now. Let's go over to the board. And I'd like to pay attention to the color grading here as well, but because I spent quite a bit of time trying to work out how the fuck to do that. Okay, still at the top of the pack is Dan with 18.1. Auto still in second with a 16.9. Shy racing up to third place with 16. Stars dropping with 15.6. I'm still in fifth with 14.5. Frank down at the bottom, 7.5 Quatloos out of 10. Now we're back to the original order. Stars, what have you got for your third pick? I pressed the wrong button.
Pick, I'm
Go.
I'm going to be a basic male image, and I'm going to draft Star Trek First Contact.
Oh,
I was going to if you hadn't done that, I was going to ask. Hold on, we have 2 First Contacts in there. We have 3.
Yeah, this is the movie. Yeah,
should be the movie one.
First
Yeah,
Contact.
Is there 3? Okay.
Because the line goes this far, no further. It is the actual, like, this is what Star Trek 09 and Into Darkness desperately want to be. They want to be an action movie with purpose. They want to have, like, moral dilemmas and, like, character-filled drama, but they don't put anything, like, the work into it. This is the payoff for so many episodes of Borg development, of Data's development. You have an infinite number of quotable lines. You have ILM working their magic at the debut of the prettiest Enterprise, the Enterprise E. You have Jerry Goldsmith's score. You have the Battle of Sector 001. You have Alice Kriege. Like, you can make the argument that this movie ruined the Borg, but good God, what a good way to ruin the Borg. Like, and it just looks gorgeous. Like, the way it's shot, Jonathan Frakes does such an amazing job here. Like, and Alf Woodard and freaking James Cromwell just knock every single scene they're in out of the park. It's beautiful.
Leak?
Come on. You know it's right. You know it's correct.
The only people who think that Star Trek First Contact ruined the Borg are, ironically, communists.
Yeah, I'm good.
Get over yourself.
we all know Dark Frontier really ruined the Borg, and if you disagree, I have a 3-hour unreleased pilot of a discussion that Stars and I had about how shitty that episode is.
Oh God, yeah, it was really bad, yeah. But yeah, that's time on me.
Sorry, time's up.
I called like time 3 times.
I know. I suppressed the button. I feel like we've heard That's a Star Trek too many times. In which case, Shy, it is now your pick. Please run us away.
Wait, doesn't?
No.
This is not taking away from my time. I hope these
You're
sound
10
bites.
seconds in.
Doesn't Stars get 2 picks here?
You just had to. Yeah,
He
counterpoint.
did.
Counterpoint
Counterpoint and then First Contact.
You're 20
did
seconds in
counterpoint.
now.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot counterpoint. Much like I.
You got
had
so
before.
excited about First Contact.
You're almost out of time, Shy.
Now we're going to get the TNG fan submitted episode, Yesterday's Enterprise.
Oh,
We're talking about like some good time travel, good parallel universe development. This
that's
is
on my list.
Yeah, this
Nearly on my
season is just a banger season too. This comes how soon after the Offspring does Yesterday's Enterprise come? It's like there's like a 5-episode stretch of this season that's just
They're
insane.
consecutive. Yesterday's Enterprise
Yeah.
and then Offspring. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. This run for TNG is crazy. You could pick anyone and be happy. So yeah, Yesterday's Enterprise. You get the full cast. Tasha's back. Yeah.
You get Tasha's back and her front, but
Now
Yeah,
that's a Star
That's right.
Trek.
Yeah. A young Shooter McGavin. It's all there.
okay. Automaton 2000, tell us your next pick. Oh, he's thinking now. He's
I
thinking.
don't even necessarily want to go here, but this is like leaving Prime Ladanian Tomlinson on the board in round 4. You don't do that. You take running back in round 1 and round 2 in the early 2000s. I can't let this drop any further, even though I kind of want to go somewhere else, folks. With the third pick in round 3 of the 2025 Fantasy Trek Draft, I'm selecting from the Next Generation Season 5 episode, The Inner Light. So bust out your recorders that you bought at school for $20 that your mom got you.
Somewhere.
You can't let it pass. I don't think it's necessarily the best of the best, but there's so much to talk about, and it might be some of the most serialized that TNG ever does. They bring his music forward in lessons and other episodes. And don't shake your head at me. You'll get your time eventually, Shy.
I'm not shaking my head at you. I'm shaking my head at the impending recorder being played.
This is a Ressican flute, I'll have you know.
It's too good of value to let drop any further. This is a fantasy draft after all. So there you go, folks. I cede my time.
That's a Star Trek.
Awesome. Frank, it's all up to you now. What are you going to pick for us?
With the fourth pick in the round 3 of the 2025 fantasy football draft, from season 7 of TNG, Frank has been auto-drafted Sub Rosa. The episode where Bev and her candle get into a lot of fun hijinks.
Yeah.
Candle.
We are all going to be reading a particularly erotic chapter of Beverly's grandmother's journal.
You're in danger of just giving him all the memes, though. You
That's
give Frank
true.
all
That's
the Trek
true.
memes.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. All right, Dan, take us away. Go.
Yeah. So it's getting a little scary with all these value picks here, and I feel like I need to squat on one of the most fantastic
I'm kind of nervous.
original series
Oh, okay. I'm not nervous.
Trek serials so far. So this episode,
comes.
I think it was still first season, but it was really late in the first season. It had a tremendous guest star who, Shai already knows where I'm going with
I
this.
think I know as well.
who was just fantastic in her heyday, but I think really inspired Shatner to really transcend his traditional role. He really shines in this episode. It's City on the Edge of Forever, of course, episode referenced and brought forward multiple times.
No.
I
That's not where I thought you were going,
somewhere
actually.
else, and I was going to trade you.
I thought you were going somewhere else,
for it,
too.
No. Well, I would have taken that trade. Inner Light's fantastic, but yeah, this one really stands out not only for its great set decoration, and even though they were just using some some of their stock 20th century sets on the Paramount lot, we still had some really memorable, like I guess the arch itself is one of the most memorable images from the show, but also the performances. Like I said, just Shatner just really blows us away with just the depth of how he can just emote and bring it across. You just really feel for him. So that's my vote.
It's a good vote. Very good. Because of all the Star Treks we have had, that is...
Now that's a Star Trek.
That's definitely Star Trek.
Anytime you get to kill off Joan Collins in an episode, that's quality television.
Okay, it is my time, and I'm skirted with danger on this one. I'm very surprised some of you didn't pick this, but there was a moment in every TNG fan's life that, especially if you were raised in the 90s like I was and were watching TNG as it came out with my father, and there was this one moment in TV when there was a very long break between episodes during a cliffhanger of a certain TNG episode that kept everyone on edge, and I'm of course talking about the best of both worlds, parts 1 and 2. We are doing 2-parters as one episode. This episode is just absolutely incredible. It changed the landscape of Star Trek itself into, what if we could be like drama television that's also like high sci-fi? What if we can make the Borg just weird? What is actually happening to Picard? Will he die? Will we get Riker as a captain? And that gap between Riker saying, Mr. Worf, fire, da da da, oh nice cheese board, da 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 da. He didn't say nice cheese board. That was a deleted scene. I was just commenting on Shai's cheese board. It's just incredible. It's a great episode. I'm going to be speaking very highly of it. It has its flaws, but ultimately it added something to Trek, which was one. It was the big 2-parter. It was the big events that things could spiral, not just things that happen on a starship, but things that can happen in the wider scale of the universe, and added a genuine threat that, although didn't persist, definitely changed Star Trek lore forever. And I see the rest of my 30 seconds because that is a Star Trek. That is the Star Trek. Yeah, I had to get out of there. And since we're now at the end of round 3, let's take us over to the board now. There's a lot I think we're gonna have to. We got quite a lot of TNG on the board here. There's a lot of, for those that can see it, there's a lot of blue, which denotes TNG. A little bit of a few movies. We're not seeing any Discovery yet. We're seeing one DS9, couple of TOS. Small amount of Voyager. We can tell what generation we are just by looking at these 3 picks, can't we?
Yeah, you can kind of. Yeah.
In terms of the scoreboard, Dan is still in the top with 27.3, but closely following is Auto with 26.3, Shy in third, 25.2. I have leapt up to fourth with my bold pick, 23.8. It won't last.
You picked something good.
It won't last. Stars, 23.2, and Frank right at the bottom, 12.3, literally half of his predecessor.
I intend to fix this.
Okay.
I've got to say, we're in round 4 now. No one's picked In the Pale Moonlight. Are you kidding me?
Just wait.
Are you kidding me?
Moment.
The value's dripping off the board right now. There's so many good episodes to be had.
Not on my drafts. I have 2 DS9 episodes that I have drafted, and neither of them are In the Pale Moonlight.
Okay. Anyway, let's go on to round 3. Oh, it's me. Okay, so timer is going now for my next pick. Very similar to the previous episode, and I may veto myself and trade with myself to swap these 2 episodes in the running order, but we have Q-Who, which is also an episode. I picked both Best of Both Worlds first because I didn't want someone else to steal it, because I wanted the thunder for these ones. So I think for the order I will swap these. But Q-Who is a great introduction to the Borg. We get the Guinan hands, we get Q, we get the introduction of the Borg, who at the time were a genuinely mysterious force. We get the Enterprise thrown out to the wolves, as it were, and it is generally an interesting look at a species so unknowable that you just don't know what's going to happen. And especially at the time of TNG in season 2, you don't know if you're going to see them again. I'm pretty sure they intended them to be just pretty much a one-off. Look, Q saying, look, the universe is scary, look at the Borg. And actually turned out people really love that. Let's bring them back and then ruin them forever with Picard again. But I cede my time. I'm gonna let Picard see me off. Actually, yeah, that one gone.
Sorry. Time's up.
Thank you. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, JL. I'll go with Q-Who.
All right. Up next, Dan, I got to ask before you start. We've had a run. 5 out of 6 episodes have been TNG. Are you a little bit scared you're going to be missing out, or are you going to swerve?
I've got more than enough. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change my strategy now. I've gotten some really nice value picks. I got some padding here. I'm not too worried about my Schiller rating. And so I think I'm going to switch to some of the shorter run Star Treks here. Specifically, something that really stands out in my mind is from Star Trek Picard. No, not season 1 or season 2. Don't worry. But the fantastic season 3. For anybody who hasn't watched it, please go give it a watch all the way through. It's great to binge. It's broken up into really 3 distinct acts, so you can watch the first 3 or 4 episodes, be completely fulfilled, and come back another night. Anyways, long story short, I'm choosing one of those earlier episodes. It's called 17 Seconds. In this episode, so this episode is really where the interaction with Picard and the Shrike comes to a boiling point, and everybody is now starting to feel the tension and really starting to work with each other instead of against each other. It really just starts to feel more like classic Star Trek, and there are some more memorable episodes of Picard later on when everybody reunites, of course, but this is the one that really stands out as where it really just hit its stride. The pacing's fantastic, and 17 seconds is exactly the length of time that it holds on the turbo lift scene. So you can go back and clock it. It's really just a wonderful bit of pacing that's within the episode too.
I forgot about that episode. Is that the one where they're stuck in the nebula with no power as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good episode.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, more Moby Dick stuff, more Hunt for Red October stuff there too. Yep.
Time's up.
That 3rd season's a banger.
Yeah,
I need to rewatch it. I do need to rewatch it. Okay, next up in the order is Frank. Frank, what's Frank picking?
With a 3rd pick of round 4 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank picks from Voyager's 5th season, The Fight, the Chakotay Boothby episode, where he tries to make friends with aliens from, what does it call it? Something space?
Chaotic space?
Chaotic space. And he fights...
Fluidic space.
He's the Maquis Mauler.
Fluidic space is
different Boothby episode.
Oh, it's
This is-
chaotic space.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is hardly that
fake
bad
fan.
of an episode, but it's not great, and it's
I don't
pretty
know, man.
boring.
It's bad enough there
so-
aren't even any memes of it. No one wants to talk about this episode.
It's just
There's nothing to
forgettable.
talk about.
I'd actually
Yeah.
forgotten about the episode till I started playing Star Trek Timelines and we had boxes
It's
to go to.
only
And I was like,
slightly
why is he
more.
boxing?
It's only slightly less more forgettable than the episode literally called Unforgettable about Chakotay that is literally incredibly forgettable.
That is actually on my list. I really like Unforgettable.
Well, now's your time to shine, Auto. 2 minutes.
A free pick.
Go.
Boy, this is tough. I have enough TNG that I'm not going to continue the run. There'll be more options there in the future. Oh.
It's the largest pool.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go with the only new Trek pick I had on my list of 140 options.
Oh, you do not do this.
With the fourth pick of round 4 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft. I'm picking from Picard Season 1, the episode Nepenthe, where Picard escapes the Borg cube, takes a bit of a respite on the planet with Deanna and William T. Riker. I watched this episode yesterday, and it struck me partway through. I'm like, they could have made Picard either a movie or a trilogy of movies, and it would have been better, I think, than the 3 seasons they gave us. Jonathan Frakes has leveled up after TNG, after the movies. Every time you see him, he's like, holy shit, this guy's like the godfather of Star Trek at this point. He's so good. He's so affable. You just feel like you want him to comfort you in his big, hairy, bushy arms.
You're never upset to see him. You're always happy.
Daj is good in this. Their daughter Kestra, I found to be quite enjoyable.
Really charming.
Everything really hits, and even though there's still a little bit of the Romulan naff in there, I'd say that this is this is just this is what New Trek could have been.
Sorry.
I'll trade you counterpoint, Nepenthe.
Time's up.
Oh well, you'll have to wait till your turn.
You will have to wait.
Because up next, Shy Porn is up next.
Shy Porn, please. Your time starts now.
If there's one trope that Star Trek does as well, if not better than any other franchise, it is time travel. Yeah, I'm including Doctor Who in that. That's right, Brits. Suck it up.
You're not as
And
bad as
I'm-
you think you are after that last season of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'm... No. And Shooting God was amazing. Anyway, let's go on.
He's not the problem.
Yeah, that's true. So with my round 4 pick, we're going into one of my favorite of the New Trek series, Star Trek Discovery. Magic to Make the Sanus Man.
Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
Amazing episode. Groundhog Day mechanics, just excellent writing. It's such a tight episode. Throwing in a little, Will I Am Fuji's tune to hear. If there's a tune you want to hear over and over again, it's that remix during the party scene. It works as a perfect anchor.
I mean, it's that or the Jitterbug. That's the only 2 contemporary songs they have now.
Yeah, it's like, do you want Sonny and Cher? You can't do Sonny and Cher. Fine, let's do let's do that song. Yeah, that's my pick. Great episode.
Now that's a Star Trek!
Fantastic. Okay. Next up on the roster is a Stars duology. Go Stars.
So this one will give me one of my DS9 picks. I don't know. I feel like one of you guys would have picked this, but I have to go for it. I'm going for Far Beyond the Stars.
Ooh.
Because I like how I've gotten a fairly action movie heavy list already with Wrath of Khan and First Contact, and I have to bring it back and point out that no, Star Trek is primarily about social consciousness and about the drive towards progress and the growth of the human soul, and that often requires looking back and going, we have to look at the ugly past within ourselves. The more that you turn away from it, the more you pretend it didn't exist, the more you say, oh, well, that was some other people that did that. That's nothing of that is within me. That doesn't touch me in any way. The closer you get to that. And it's one of the best uses of we're going to have all our cast play different characters, and you get to see people playing wildly against type. Like you get to see Cyril often playing like a car thief, and you get to see like Worf playing like that star baseball player. But it's all about Avery Brooks, really. It's about Avery Brooks absolutely just smashing it out of the park, doing something that clearly meant the world to him. And it's incredible. And it gives like a nice little send off with the season 7 episode. But if you only ever watched this, you'd be like, wow, that's an incredibly compelling science fiction conceit right there. It's beautiful. I love it so much. So Far Beyond the Stars.
I think my favorite moment of that, it's a little bit meta, is where he's losing it at the end. It's real. And Nanat Visser talks about it in that documentary they released recently, where she's like, as an actor, he was gone. Yeah. He was so lost in the moment. And she knows what that feels like. And it's like, he gave it 100%, everything he could. And he was just lost at the end of that scene. So that's great.
Sorry. Time's up.
You'd actually got like 20 seconds over, but never mind. I'm not going to stop you. Okay, end of round 4. Let's have a look and see where the ratings are sitting.
Stars. Do you want to trade while we're reviewing the?
Oh, you're going to go with the off trade pick.
I will in fact trade you counterpoint for Magic.
While you're trading, I'm going to go to the toilet.
Well, that's too bad. He doesn't have that one.
Oh, do you not?
I have that one.
Did you mean Nepenthe or?
Yeah,
Magic?
Okay, Nepenthe. That's the one I meant. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, because I know that I don't think Counterpoint has much value to Shirepool, but I know it does to you. So if I can do this, I'm sure. I don't know if I'll trade Wrath of Khan to Shy for Magic. That's a
no. It would have to be Magic and
something else
and salary considerations.
I'm going to be watching you, Shy. I'm going to be watching your pick, and I'm going to be like, yeah.
Let me offer you a counterpoint. I will trade Nepenthe for counterpoint in exchange for a later trade of my choosing, if I so want to swap later. You would have to agree unequivocally to a later trade, but I wouldn't.
Terrible.
It wouldn't be something. I wouldn't take Wrath of Khan or something. It would be something later rounds in case you snipe something I want.
Can I keep your offer on the table and think about it after the next round?
Okay, all right.
He has to specify round like round 8 or later.
I can't just give it up for peanuts. You know?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And you were smart to pick it. And Shy, I'm going to be watching you. I want that.
All right. On to round 5, gentlemen.
One moment. I'm just a comment I'd like to make. I can't wait till like a couple of years' time when we only have like the worst episodes left.
We've already done that. We did the first season of like most of the.
There's so many more bad episodes still. There's a lot of trash out there. Okay,
dude, we're in round 5. Pale Moonlight is still there. All Good Things, Mirror Mirror, Sacrifice of Angels. There's a lot of good ones left.
Which case, Stars, take us away. What's your 5th pick?
So I've been going to the 90s. Well, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go for The Wounded.
You motherfucker.
The minstrel boy to the boys gone in the ranks of
behind him.
It's just... Listen, it's a pick that, you know, when one's been angry for a very long time, one gets used to it, and it becomes comfortable, like old leather. And finally, the pick becomes so familiar that one can't remember ever not having it in their draft any other way.
That's a good bit.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
It's just an incredible episode. Like, it does such amazing work with what is functionally a guest character with O'Brien, and like a load of one-off characters that we never see again from a race we only just meet this episode, who are set up to be inherently inferior to the Federation, and yet there's all this history, this anger, this wellspring of violence. And we get our first introduction to Marco Lemo to like the recurring guest pool of like Trek talent. It's just a fucking banger of an episode. It hits so hard. So good.
I mean, Bob Gunton is a legend. Like, he was such a good choice for that.
If you can cast Sweeney Todd as your vengeful Star Trek captain, you should go ahead and do that. He's a star of stage and screen. That guy.
It's not you. I hate Stars and Garters. I hate what I have to draft because of you.
Now that's a Star Trek.
Beautiful.
Okay, Shy, your pick, please go 2 minutes.
Oh shoot! It's my turn. Okay.
is.
Well, I should get a DS9 pick here on the board, and this is
was
much
gonna
as
go.
Shades of Grey was a tactical error because you gave Frank 20 plus episodes of Star Trek in one. I'm gonna choose the one that gives me 2 episodes in one. Trials and Tribulations. Did we review this already?
No.
No, we haven't.
No, that's right, suckers.
Neither
That's
version.
right. Trials and Tribulations.
Wow.
I was considering that for my
DS9.
Yeah, I
draft.
need to
I really
consider it.
was.
You know, I love the dress down scene with Kirk there. We get a little touch of it. Not the best part, but we get a little touch of it. Yeah.
I know you, Chekhov.
Yeah. Yeah, some more great, just great time travel stuff. This is like decades before deepfakes existed. They like really ground to get the matching right. It looks it is aged
Forrest Gump
beautifully.
tech.
It's just and they're having so much fun and Terry Farrell in a red scant. Come on, I'm a lizard brain 80s Gen X boy. Come on.
Agreed.
Now that's a Star Trek!
Okay, cool. In which case,
Love
Auto, you are up next, please. What is your 5th round pick?
This is tough, guys. I'm telling you.
Oh, I've had to make a few changes.
I haven't gone Voyager yet, and I love Voyager. I thought maybe if we did that trade, I could avoid going Voyager. There's a TOS episode that I know Shy wants. I know he thinks it's gonna drop, but I'm gonna snag it right before him. But it won't be this pick. I've also got to go DS9. You heard the captain, sir. What are your orders? There's only one order, Lieutenant. We draft from season 7 of Deep Space Nine, The Siege of AR 558.
Yeah.
That's a
Nice.
good one.
Yeah.
The
good.
second best war episode in all of Star Trek. It is,
Oh.
incredible gravitas. Even the Ferengi are great. That shriek by Nog that's so fucking loud still rattles around in your head. It leads into a good kind of arc with Paper Moon. It's really among the best of all of Star
Paper
Trek.
Moon. How did I not draft that?
I nearly did, but that's...
If you draft that, we might trade later, kind of like Monopoly houses, where you have to get a whole set of. Because I need it to
Recurring
pair with
storylines,
Siege
yeah.
of 558. Yeah.
you get the bonus. Well, in which case...
Sorry. Time's up.
I might just press my random button for that one because I'm going to get sick of those clips. Okay, Frank.
With the 4th pick in round 5 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank picks from the series Voyager, the Emmy-winning Threshold, where Paris and Janeway turn into salamanders, get it on, and make little salamander babies who make Lieutenant faster than Harry Kim does.
You know what? I just realized this is just what Frank would have picked if he were here.
I was going to say...
Probably.
Guys, we're going to review Threshold at some point. We kind of already did a little bit during a charity thing. We kind of did watch and do Threshold before we started doing Treks, but yeah, it'll be interesting to go back to that. Okay, Frank seeds the remainder of his time.
Does his shuttle in Threshold have the little pop out turbo boost things? Or is that a different Delta Flyer variant?
Yeah.
It's just like a standard Class 2 shuttle.
Yeah, he
It's
does
like
it in a
Delta Flyer
Class
one.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Class 10. Okay, Dan, you've been waiting for this moment. Now it is yours. 2
I
minutes.
have.
Class 10.
The moment has been prepared for. Sorry, that's Star So,
Yeah.
so I've got a diminishing range of Star Trek movies that are draftable is notable here. So I'm going to have to dip my toe in and choose one of my favorites, which is probably going to be Heresy. It's not a Next Generation era. It's not a original series era. It is
Section
from
31,
the
we've
new-
already done it.
Section 30. No. My choice is Star Trek Beyond, and so I've got
good.
Yeah.
yeah. What a hell of a movie this was.
Of course.
And it unfortunately, after coming off the clunker that was Into Darkness, it was really just kind of largely, I think, ignored by the general public. Really only drew some diehard fans to watch it, which is a shame, and they kind of killed the franchise for a little while. But it's got a fantastic cast. Of course, Idris Elba, he's the man. I don't really like the final act when they're doing their little zero-G fight in space, whatever, but the lead up to it, where they actually canonize the Beastie Boys by having the Star Trek crew play Sabotage over would be the Star Trek equivalent of a Bluetooth speaker. I also really appreciated there is an alien that they encounter along the way, Jayla. And she's played by somebody who I noticed. Sophia Patel was in, I think, the Kingsman movie. And she's just very acrobatic, and something about her, just the way that she moves, it just really drew me into her as a character. Just everything about this really stands out. I've just got a lot of strong visuals and good memories. Also, I get to go see it with my wife, so it's always a good time. So,
Sophia Patel is a massively underused actress. She's in that horrible Zack Snyder Rebel Moon series, and
she kind of had like a Leilou Dallas multipass kind of thing going on in the movie, and I was there for it. So
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
There's coffee in that nebula.
Okay, 2 minutes is up. Oh, it is me next, and the clock is ticking. I'm going to go with one of my personal favourites that I recently made a short for on our channel that I am disappointed didn't get more views than any of the others. It kind of suffered a little bit, which is surprising to me, but it is generally one of my favourite DS9 episodes. And I'm going to go for Season 6's Waltz, the episode with Gul Dukat and Sisko stranded alone on the planet, where Gul Dukat finally admits to himself what happened, what his feelings are on the Dominion, on the Bajoran people, and it's a two-person play. And I've spoken many times how I love two guys in a room just talking, and this is great version of that, and Sisko playing him along all the way. It is such a great use of Mark Alimo. He does such great work here, as well as so does Avery Brooks as Sisko. And it is such a good little capsule. You don't even know. It's one of the few episodes in season 6 and 7 that you don't actually have to know anything about the Dominion War. They go, "We've captured this guy. He did horrific crimes. He's a bit of a knob. Oh, by the way, now you're stranded on a rock with him." And that's all you need to know. And he even plays through
a bit of a knob.
You kind of go through the phases of Dukat. You kind of go through as well. I was righteous. I was the good guy, and just that final clunk on the head with Sisko, giving him the pipe and saying, "And that is why you'll never be an evil man," in complete counterpoint to everything. I love that episode, and that's why I was very disappointed that no one watched the short as much as other episodes, but there is that.
If it helps, I did look at it and go, "Oh, that was a good pick."
And a good cat. I will feed him.
Okay, Gul Dukat is a good cat. Okay, there it is. In which case, that takes us to the end of round 5. We are 1/3 of the way through. How are we feeling? How are our thoughts right now? Are we stressed? Are we looking? I've redone my list a couple of times already. There's a few things I've taken off.
I thought folks would go chalk pick a little more often and pick the top names, and we're reaching. I like it.
I realise actually I've picked the most TNG out of everyone here, which is. I was surprised at that.
Actually,
yeah. I've picked 3 TNG. Everyone else has at least got 1. There's quite a few films. Was not expecting Beyond. That's a good pick. I'm interested to see.
That's a dark horse.
That's a very.
I feel like it's way better than a 7. That's so much.
Oh,
better.
09. Do you think
that was on my list?
Better? I think 09's better, but that's me.
Oh, Beyond's the best of those 3 by far.
Oh, really?
Easily.
I fell in love with 09, so I've got to give a point for that. But.
Yeah, nothing like a no-win scenario where 10 billion people die.
I just want a point of credit for taking Enterprise in round 1. You cowards went with Wrath of Khan and all these big motion picture names. Like, come on.
Yeah, guess what? No, I'm afraid that everyone really likes Similar to, but no one's going to trade you for it. I've got people gagging for Wrong.
Yeah, it's like there's only 14 options in that category.
Okay.
All right.
Starting on the round 6, and I am the first to go. The time is running out. I'm going to go with a little, not left field pick, but one I don't know if you guys would have thought about much, but has always been an episode on my mind that throws me purely because of the nice twist ending that happens. That you're guessing you're doing the guessing games all the way through, and that is Voyager's Course Oblivion, which I absolutely adore as an episode. Is so
beautiful.
Yeah, it is a great episode. I especially love. It's one of those episodes that from a young age, and this is someone that doesn't have, you guys know my attention span, it's not the best, but I was glued to the screen when I first watched that episode. It's like, I have to know what's going on here, and the mystery at the end, and when they all just melt, I was just like, what's going on? Like, what's happening here? And then, and then you find out all the details, and it's fantastic. It's such a good Voyager episode. I often feel like it's a little bit forgotten by a lot of people, a lot of fans who tend to go for...
I find it's a little bit divisive. Some people don't like the ending.
It's beautiful. It makes me feel, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely my pick for round 6.
Give me warp in the factor of 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, the jazz.
I love the dancing. I love the dancing.
Wait, so hold on. Have we had a single Prodigy or Lower Deck so far?
I've got one of each.
Give it time. Give it time.
Oh,
We're only
not
round
yet.
6 of 15.
Okay.
15 rounds done.
I feel like I'm running out of rounds to draft all my favorites.
You got so much time. We're like 1/3 of the way through. Dan, go.
You're tempting me by calling out Lower Decks, but I'm not going to bust that pick out yet. Oh man, there's so much love for Voyager. I feel like I need to get that pick in, but I'm going to resist that too. I have to circle back to Next Generation for this one. It's calling to me. We've already name dropped it here. It's one of the best uses of the commercial break in the entirety of the series, and they use the commercial break as a way in this episode to reset the timeline. Of course, it's cause and effect. Where every single act of it is a self-contained mini-sode that we get to see 5 different times throughout the course of the episode. The solutions creative using data to call out Riker's insignia is memorable. All threes. Just so much from this episode. Not only the writing is great, but also just the visual effect shots. I think they blow up the Enterprise 4 different times. And each one is each one's different. Yeah, they do. Just one of the ones that whenever it comes on as a rerun, I have to sit down and watch it. I just can't skip this episode. So, cause and effect.
If I'm ever in real life in some situation where I slowly glance up to my left and someone's standing there with 3 pips, I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do. They must be right.
They have absolute mastery in that moment.
You want me to decompress what?
Decompress the main shuttle bay. The explosive decompression.
Reaction may kick us out of the way. Yeah.
Okay,
Such a good one.
I don't particularly like the way you smell either.
Okay, next up, speaking of smelly people, it is Frank. I'm sure you smell lovely, my man. What is Frank picking for his throwaway title?
Gentlemen, with the 3rd pick in round 6 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank picks the legendary debut of Observer Mode in the holodeck, the Enterprise finale. These are the Voyages.
Oh, no.
Okay. We're all scratching this one off our list, boys. Yep.
They're all good.
You got there, buddy.
No. Okay.
I don't even think that's the worst episode of Enterprise, though, is the thing.
There's
No,
stuff like
it's-
Bound in there.
It just doesn't belong in that slot, but it's actually it's not the worst. Yeah.
It shouldn't have been the finale. That's simply the thing.
Yeah.
Love letter to the fans, says Overtired. Okay. Auto. Please start us off. Your 2 minutes starts now.
All right. So this is purely a meta pick.
Ooh.
Because Shiaporn has 2 picks in the next 4, and if I don't take this now, I could order him not to take this pick. I'm in command, but I'm not going to. Because Shiaporn is right in pointing out the enormous danger potential of leaving this episode on for one more pick. The reviewing is our business. That's what Trek is all about. That's why we're aboard her. From season 2 of the original series, I'm taking Return to Tomorrow, the debut of the beautiful Diana Muldaur, who I do like as Pulaski. Kirk strutting around as Sargon in the excellent Captain's Body. There is so much to love about this episode. And I'm very happy to take
It's
this
pure
part.
charm, isn't it? Yeah.
You think that was high in my draft order? Based on one great speech? Okay.
No, there's a lot to like in that one. Come on.
It's true. I it's some peak Shatner acting right there.
All right, Shy, you're on the clock.
All right, go.
I'm super torn here actually. Because there's some. It's my brain wants to choose one from every single series, and some of them are getting a little scarce. You know what? I should stick with my game plan here. You've taken the Penthe.
Although it is available for trade, it's on the market.
Yeah, no. My next most rewatchable episode of Picard, I think, is what you people who are dead inside dislike, but it is The Last Generation. It's the final episode of season 3 of Star Trek Picard. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. You know, it's the Enterprise D flying through the Death Star, blowing things up.
It is tied for the highest ever rated episode of Star Trek.
Boomer bias.
Yeah, great shot, old man. That was 1 in a million. Yep.
I'll take it. Take it.
Okay.
All right, stars.
Wait for the sound clip. Please respect our Lord and Savior William Shatner. All right, stars, go.
So yeah, things are getting a little bit scarce, and I feel like I have to lock in the last one that I think someone else might pick. So I'm going for, I think maybe the actual ultimate form of Star Trek serialization, the high point that everything else will try and strive to be, and that is Star Trek Deep Space Nine's Sacrifice of Angels.
Oh, okay.
It was on my list.
It ticks off every single thing that you want, because it's got like that incredible. At a time when they were transitioning from models over to CG, that incredible space battle, which really sells to you like the scale of the Dominion War, but way more than that, it's like the culmination of entire seasons, and that like the first 6 episodes of that entire thing are just the recurring cast are off of DS9. They're trying to get back there, and it's the struggle of like the resistance on board with Kira and Quark, and Odo's like, strong struggle with the female founder. You've got the entire thing with Damar, like this kind of the beginning of his story arc, the tragic end of Zial. You've got Ducat's actual mental breakdown, which just hits so completely differently. You've got wonderful little touches like where Ewan going, time to start packing, when the instant they realize they've got nothing. Flying the Defiant straight into the wormhole to like get rid of the entire Dominion fleet that's about to reinforce them. The self-replicating minefield coming down. It's just
man, that 6 episode pack
work.
at the start of season 6 is some of my favorite stuff. It's so good.
It's the like that 6 episodes. That is the actual best serialized Star Trek I think ever got. Really, in my personal opinion.
Sorry.
Sacrifice of Angels. That's my pick.
Time's up.
Time's up. Okay, well, we are now at the end of round 6. I'm going to give you a score update because I realise I actually haven't done that for a little while. Dan, you are still... Do you know what? It is tight. It is tight at the top. I'll tell you this. Dan, you are still at the top of the board at 51.7. Shai is following you with 51.5. Auto with 50.6. Stars 49.3. Me 48. So there's literally a 3-point change at the top there. Obviously Frank 27.9. He's doing his best golf score. We're starting to see a bit more variation on the board here. I tell you what though, we've got a lot of green in those numbers. I feel like we're picking some high hitters here. And I can't. Yeah, it's
kind of the things you love, which I think
almost like that's the point of the entire stream.
You know, let's see what happens. Okay, stars. Start us off round 7. Punch it.
So this is one that I wasn't sure about drafting, and I had to kind of go through and then think about it for a little while. And I did think about Balance of Terror for my POS pick, and I'm glad I didn't pick it. And I think it's because ultimately, while I enjoy
it's not on the board.
It's not. Oh yeah, it's not. It doesn't quite hit the same as the Ultimate Computer.
That was on my short list.
I really adore that look of like, in Benga you get Daystrom, who I absolutely love as this tragic, really compelling figure, especially as a black man in the 1960s on the science fiction show. You get some really amazing Kirk stuff with the whole Captain Dunsel thing. You get the rare instance in TOS of like Starfleet as an actual organization doing things as a unit, which would become such a backbone of the show going forward. You get the ultimate classic TOS trope of arguing a computer to death. I love the discussion about artificial intelligence and automation and the essential need for the human spirit. It's just a fucking great episode. So yeah, Ultimate Computer for me.
Yeah.
See, I think you just wanted a War Games episode, but we already did peak performance, so you had to go next on the list.
A little bit. I did think about it.
Incredible. Okay, well. No one subbed. That was just the trigger. Shy. Take us away.
All right, I'm going to stick with the purity of the draft philosophy of covering each franchise as best I can. I believe I do not have a Voyager episode yet. I was tempted by some personal nostalgia, but I'm going to go... back in the old days when a show was flagging, introduce a new, cute, adorable child to the series. And in this case, the cute, adorable child was the gorgeous Jerry Ryan in the two-parter Scorpion.
Nearly on my list.
What?
Nearly on my list.
What a correction to this series. Like, to me, Voyager doesn't even start until 7 of 9 arrives on the ship, much like Worf arriving on DS9. It's just a great episode, great character redesign. It's just a great character design, both in Borg form and, controversial catsuit form.
The
but
dermoplastic garment, yes.
Yeah, it looks great. Like, yeah, it's good, solid television.
And you have some really good Chakotay characterization for once, which is rare.
Who?
Yeah, the guy that has the scorpion thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I asked Shy Porn, why did you pick a Voyager episode? Now you'll drown too. He said, it's in my nature.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, Otto. Go for it. What is your seventh round pick, sorry.
It's getting thinner on the bones.
Yeah, it is.
You got time? It's not getting thin. There's so many good episodes.
I mean, I'm playing with fire by leaving Voyager for so long because I have 3 that I absolutely want to have. But people don't like Voyager, so I feel like I can play the numbers.
I like Voyager.
I've got another one.
I've got. Oh, no, I don't, but okay.
I also don't think they're ones that people will pick. All right, I'm going to take... Shit. I'm going to take another half chalk pick. And I'm going to go... This is going to air right after Idol's prize pick from Season 4 of Next Generation, Episode 2, Family.
Oh.
We fibble. So many good. I mean, it's great for Worf. I have all the specs and diagrams at home, and it's great for Wesley. We get to see Big McLarge play his dad in the holodeck, which is fantastic. Picard is this close to taking a job on terra firma, but he knows where his heart lives. It's even got a beautiful ending with his uncle laying out and staring at the stars. So it's a little bit of a chalk pick, but it's just so fantastic. So I'll take Family in round 7.
What a shame they both burned to death in Generations, but there we are.
Exactly.
It's still happening.
I love...
It's real.
Are you sure this isn't... Go ahead, Shy.
Go on. No, please.
I was going to say this. Are you sure this doesn't belong to Idol as the unofficial third part of Best of Both Worlds?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, that's arguable.
You could
argue.
But you have all trash picks, so I'm not trading with you, Idol.
You were the one who was clapping for Course Oblivion. Get out of it. Get out of it.
Oh, I might try.
No, here he comes. No, I ain't listening. Right, Frank's turn. What's Frank got?
I love how tempted Picard was by being director of an environmental disaster organization.
He just wanted to get drunk on Chateau Picard. That was the real reason he thought about staying. All right. With the 4th pick in round 7 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank picks from the heavily review-bombed series Discovery, Season 4, All Is Possible. which I didn't even watch that season, so I'm going to read from memory. Alpha Tilly and Adira lead a team of Starfleet Academy cadets on a training mission that takes a dangerous turn. Meanwhile, Burnham is pulled into tense negotiations on Navarre.
No, that Navarre section especially is really good. That's a really good episode, actually.
That's the IMDb
review bombing.
rating.
I love season 4 of Discovery. I think it's really good. I think that one is kind of before they kind of get into the meat of it with like Tarka and Book and like the 10C stuff.
It's a good episode.
Yeah.
Perfectly good.
It's their backdoor pilot.
The backdoor pilot.
Yeah, it's their Star Trek Academy backdoor pilot.
Oh, that's one of the worst use of the volume as well, when they have that all sitting on that very large like hangar bay, and it's like, yeah, but it's okay. All right, okay, moving on. Dan, 2 minutes.
He's thinking about it.
Oh, he's chewing the cudlet.
Yeah. I got to do it. And I'm not even going to do build up here. It's in the pale moonlight. It's Steve's face.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Valid.
I literally have it on my list as saying someone will pick this.
Someone will pick it. Yeah. It's the Empire Strikes Back of the Dominion War. They lose the battle pretty soundly, but it's in a position to win the war. Obviously, Sisko's final speech. I think I can live with it, and it also very meme-worthy too. We get one of the most transcendent memes that is erupted past Star Trek. Is it's a fake? Yeah, it's one of the most well-known and long-lasting memes on the internet. So. But I love how unabashedly just the agent of chaos that Garrick is in this episode. He really just
he's a god of mischief.
He is. Yeah, he's the Loki of Deep Space Nine. That's a very good shout. And he's always in the right place with the right knowledge at the right time, and it really drives home just how dangerous he is, and how fortunate Sisko is that he has him on his side, at least for the time being. So, memorable episode. I just I can't let it pass. So that's mine. It's all mine.
We've got to do it.
Is that from the hat? Is that from the hat commercial?
That's from the toy commercial.
Vulcan shuttle.
Yes. Detachable Vulcan shuttle.
A Romulan rubber ducky.
Oh, you want
the Romulan rubber ducky.
Okay.
Thank you.
It is me, and I'm not picking Star Trek Scouts. I am, in fact, I'm going to probably steal this from someone, but let's find out. I fell asleep to this episode recently, but it is a good one. That's only because I'd literally been absolutely knackered, but I wanted to watch it. I'm in fact talking about something that's related to something we've already picked, and that is TOS's Space Seed, the inaugural episode. There it is. I thought you would have that one, Shy. The inaugural Ricardo Montalban episode, which is I was watching this as I was kind of drifting off, and I was going like, yeah, this is better than I remember, and then I fell asleep, but I was very tired at the time. But it is a good episode. I like the resolution. I think we're going to have a good discussion with this episode, especially with the character of Marla MacGyvers, and also with the Khan series that is currently airing on podcast, which I think the third episode is coming out tomorrow, which I'm kind of intrigued to hear what Shai says about that. But yeah,
I've heard good things about it, right? Yeah.
I think my Brit of that episode is Kirk in the decompression chamber where he's gasping for air and he's just acting and acting and acting.
Yeah, so...
You have no idea how much I'm restraining myself from knocking you on your ass.
All right, thanks. So at the end of that round, things are still... we're still tight. Dan is still in the lead, 61.1, closely followed by Shai with 60.4. Auto, 58.9. Stars, 57.3. Me, 56.7. Frank, 33.2. So he's getting somewhere. He's starting to, as we see the board here... there's some picks on here. I think everyone has a TOS pick apart from Frank, but maybe there are. Well, no, there are some bad TOS episodes. We'll probably.
And the children shall lead will probably get on there.
Oh no, we can't because we've already done it.
No, we already did it. Yep.
Oh yeah,
we've already done it. Spock's brain, maybe.
Oh god.
See, that would be a shame if he gets that because that's an underrated episode.
Ooh.
It's a precisely rated episode.
You should trade him for it.
No.
Brain and brain. What is brain?
I must touch you. Okay, let's begin round 8 with me. Okay, the timer is going. I'm going to have a little think here, and I've got two. One, I don't know if you guys are going to pick or not, and it's probably one of my one of my favorite episodes, but I'm going to go for a left field pick and hope you don't. Oh, actually, I get 2 in a row now, don't I? I get 2 in a row now, in which case...
you just had one.
Oh, I do.
You just had one.
Oh, I did. This is my second one. That's right. You're correct. You're correct. In which case, I'm still going to go with the risky one. I'm going to go with my first Enterprise pick. We would have done this fairly recently. It is, in fact, going to be the Tucker and Reed solo episode Shuttle Pod 1.
Okay.
Which is...
I was going to say, if you took mine, I was going to punch you.
Through the screen.
I may yet take yours, Idol. So
yeah, that's fine. No,
is it highly rated, Dan?
No.
No,
okay.
It's not highly rated. It's not particularly well regarded episode, but I really enjoy it. I think it's a good. It kind of does a little bit for both the characters, and this first time we kind of get the little Galileo 7 situation and kind of get to explore a little bit of the personalities, even though it does suffer from early Enterprise syndrome of being written by Berman and Braga. I still think it's, if I recall correctly, it is still fairly enjoyable. I'd like to rewatch it. So yeah, my pick is Shuttle Pod Uno.
It's a Klingon. A Klingon.
Okay.
Great series.
It's a good series. Dan, take us away.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I got to bust out my Enterprise pick here because it sounds like things are heating up there. Again, also going for a very early second season episode here. So this is, in my opinion, where Enterprise hit its stride. And I remember exactly when this was on TV because I didn't have cable. I was a poor college student. Dating myself here, and so it was a real struggle to find this, and I went out of my way to find.
Stars was a toddler at the time that you were in college.
Yeah, I went out of my way to try to find ways to watch Enterprise while it was on TV. I don't know, just felt like I was a fake fan if I didn't. But I remember catching this one when it originally aired. It's Carbon Creek. It's a yeah. So really, they took a big swing here, right? Because I think season 1 of Enterprise is kind of generic. There's some standard episodes, but it's really just kind of very pat sci-fi, and this really took a big swing. It's also notable that this is an episode that's just pure storytelling. They didn't need any conventions like the holodeck or anything to get across. Just somebody telling a big fish tale at the dinner table. And just having it act out in images for us. And I thought that was a really interesting choice for that. So, Carbon Creek.
Carbon Creek.
Yeah. And unique and distinct. Unique and distinct Vulcan characterizations from all those actors. It wasn't all just monolithic Vulcans. It was nice. It was well done.
Yeah. 4.5 Vulcans could take a note from that. Yes.
I guess say the Linus sticks with me is... Mistral asks Strawn, perhaps she enjoys your company. And he goes, it might be tolerable if her son didn't insist on calling me Mo because of the Three Stooges haircut he has. It's so good.
Episode.
It's all about the I Love Lucy line, though, really. It's like that's the actual apotheosis of the episode.
All right, it is Frank's pick. What is Frank, as our token terrible tasting person, doing?
I'm finally jealous of a Frank pick. With the third pick in round 8 of the 2025, I almost said NFL draft, Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank picks a true legend from season 3 of the original series, The Way to Eden. If you don't like it, you're a Herbert.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I actually wouldn't mind.
I love that episode. It's unironically really
That's
good.
rated worse than Spock's Brain? Really?
I think it has to do with the nipples.
No light time for
oh, people don't like nipples. Speaking of nipples, Auto, it's your turn.
It could be because it's a bad episode.
Clock's ticking.
Yeah, even Chekhov gets some. That's a very horny space episode. All right.
Although it does have a great Sulu line where he's like, how do you know what I want?
I do remember that read. All right, guys, I can't put it off any longer. We have to go Voyager. And I'm going to get a 2-for-1 because I am getting not only perhaps the best Tuvok episode, but also the best Neelix episode in season 6's Riddles, where Tuvok loses his memory and he's nursed back to health by Neelix.
That sounds
a
awful.
beautiful ending where all right, motion picture. You fuck off and go watch something terrible. This is a great episode. You're all going to rate it 9s and 10s when we review it. So,
Okay.
His Tuvok's love of baking comes out, all that good stuff. Whatever, it's great.
You betrayed your uniform!
Good episode. It's a good episode. I like it. I'm looking forward to reviewing it.
Shiporn is on the clock.
You are going. Go.
Oh, I just realized my pick for this round is screwed because you guys reviewed yesteryear at some point, right?
We did, yes.
Yes, and we gave it a good
TS.
score.
Yeah, it's the only TAS episode that's worth the drafting.
Pretty much.
All right, I'm missing an Enterprise episode, and so we will go with one of my favorites, Twilight.
Oh fuck!
Yes.
Right.
Good.
That's right. This is the correct. Yeah, this is the correct shipping for Enterprise. Archer and T'Pol, not Archer and Trip. That was always nonsense. Just nonsense. This
Archer
shows
and Trip?
like. No, yeah, not T'Pol and Trip. Well, Archer and Trip maybe actually should have been also a legitimate shipping for the Deep Space Voyage, but yeah, just the subtlety and care that Jolene Blalock exhibits in her affection towards Archer, in dedicating her life to taking care of Archer after his accident, is it's like really good Vulcan acting, like that logical emotional subtext that Nimoy was good at and Blalock was also excellent at. So yeah, what were you gonna say?
There's a scene shortly after they get back to Enterprise to try to do this treatment on him. I watched it this morning, by the way, and I did cry. There's a super subtle thing where Jolene is talking to Archer. She has this very obvious empathy for him, and as she walks by, her hand lingers on his shoulder, which is such a, like, Vulcans of that era would never do that. And it's just such a subtle thing, but it's like, oh, it's so... I will say the first half of that episode is like a 12 out of 10, and then it kind of loses its way, but overall it's just so strong. It was on my short list. I really love Twilight.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Sorry, I took half a shot's time on that one.
That's fine, and it's great. Like also like post-apocalyptic survival episode, right? Like what happens if? All right,
Play the music. Play them off.
So mean.
I don't make the rules. Stars, go for it.
Beautiful. This is going to be the Enterprise round. Because I've been watching you all queue up your Enterprise picks.
Don't take my pick. It's going
to be not like this.
I was like, okay, please don't pick it. Please don't pick it. Early. Oh, it's good. I am going to pick the two-parter Demons and Terra Prime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, that was exactly my reaction. This is the actual season finale of Enterprise. It has the incredibly emotional moment between Trip and Paul about the death of Elizabeth, their their child that was made for them. They didn't even know that they wanted, and then they when the moment it's taken away, they realize, no, wait, that was something that in my future I could have maybe wanted. And it's also the moment where Archer became a captain I respected. With that speech where he said, up until about 100 years ago, there was one question that burned in every human that made us study the stars and dream of traveling to them. Are we alone? Our generation is privileged to know the answer to that question. We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon, beyond our own shores. And yet the more I've experienced, the more I've learned that no matter how far we travel or how fast we get there, the most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us, all of us, to each other. The final frontier begins in this hall. Let's explore it together. That is, without exaggeration, an actual top 10 speech in Star Trek. And if you don't include it on the top 10 list of those speeches, you're lying to yourself. It's amazing. It's beautiful. That is what Star Trek is. I'm saying that as like Archer said. There you go.
Dude, Enterprise is getting more love, I think, than almost any other series so far.
Enterprise is getting a lot more love on this roster than I kind of thought it would. So now we're at the end of round 8. Let's just have a look at the table. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's a lot of... I mean, I wish I kind of differentiate, because I used Enterprise and TNG as different shades of blue, so it's kind of a bit confusing. I can see it, but there's a lot of blue on this list. So, but we are just over... Well, we're starting to approach 2/3 of the way through.
I'm running out of picks. I have so much more. I feel like Oscar Schindler at the end of the movie, where he's like, "I could have saved more. I could have drafted more."
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, that's a great comparison. Well done.
Comparison.
Well, guys, at the top of the leaderboard is still Dan with 69.6.
Nice.
Thank you. Shy with exactly 69.
That's right. Purity. No decimal points.
No decimal points. Pure 69. Also 66.3. Stars 64.9. I'm still in 5th, 64. And Frank with 38.6. So we're within a gnat's whisker of pipping one another at this point. But at this point, Stars.
We also have
Hang on, wait.
Still available Generations, Voyage Home, All Good Things, Mirror Mirror, Chain of Command, What You Leave Behind.
Hey, spoilers.
Iborg, Tapestry. There's many.
That's your list. That's not the top list.
No, that is the top list. I'm reading off the top list.
All right, has my time begun? Or
let's go.
All right. I've been looking down like the board, and I'm realizing that a lot of mine may not be highest rated by IMDb, but guess what? I'm not here for the rating. I'm here to represent what I think is actually the best Star Trek. And therefore, I would be lying to myself if I did not draft Bride of Chaotica.
Oh yeah,
formidable weapon. I love this episode to fucking bits. I love the sincere love it has for that pulpy serial, like 30s, 40s, like that. There you go. You know it because it sticks in your brain so perfectly. You have like the Tuvok stop gag. You have the entire performance of Chaotica. You have remember you're the queen. It's banger after banger. It makes me laugh like a drain every single fucking time. I loved it so much. I based one of our charity stream segments off it when we did a STA thing on it. I had a great time writing for it.
Sire! I
just have Sire! Like Lonzak alone. Like, come on. And Satan's robot. Like, I love it so much. It's beautiful. I'm just gushing over it. I don't have anything coherent to say. It's just
I shall make noises for the next.
I wish I had my.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wish I had my Buster Kincaid puppet. I can't find it.
I loved your little spaceship on the background as well. That was great production work.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, this is my lowest rated episode, and I don't give a fuck. I love it that much. Doing it for the love of the game.
So data apparently. Right, okay.
Okay.
Just right. Shy, your 2 minutes begin now. Round 9.
Okay. Let's. We've been ignoring it too much. The Lower Decks is great. Great show. If there's one thing you're gonna send up on the rest of the franchise, it's gotta be holodecks, and that means Crisis Point.
Yes.
Lower Decks Crisis Point.
Which one though? Oh, just Crisis Point. The first
one. The first one. The first one. Not 2.0.
A holodeck.
That's a good one. But we're gonna go in order of.
Shy, can I trade you Wrath of Khan for Nepenthe and Crisis Point?
If I had Nepenthe,
we're not doing 3-man trades.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah. Oh, you magic the same as Man Go Mad. That's the one I wanted.
No, you could.
You
do
want
that.
2 for? No.
It is Wrath of Khan, the movie.
Man.
That's worth a lot.
I have the other Nicholas Meyer.
But it's not as good though.
Actually, I didn't think about Khan.
Isn't it? Are you sure? Are you sure it's not good? Don't wait for the translation. Answer the question.
Beautiful.
No trades. No trades. Okay.
I'm your friend and you tricked me.
There you go. Okay. Auto, your 2 minutes start. No.
All right, I have an open-ended question. Is anyone going to draft the drumhead at some point?
No.
No.
Not me.
We're living it. We don't need to draft it.
I feel like it deserves to be drafted, but I was going to leave it to one of you. Oh.
If we were doing top 20 or top 25, it'd make it in, but it's too tight.
Shit.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, we do have a lot of courtroom episodes. All right.
Yep.
With the third pick in the 9th round of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, I drafted in the temple. I drafted in the street. Auto drafted Darmok. I became great friends with this episode.
Yeah.
Not only did they base college courses around this mode of communication, not only have memes exploded in popularity solely because of this season 5 episode.
Homer in the hedges.
But I watched it back some months ago. They do like a 2.5 minute sequence when they're on the planet and it's nightfall. No one says a thing. They're looking at each other across the firelight. They're feeling each other out. Finally, Darmok or whatever the hell his name is throws the lit torch across the way, and Picard slaps his chest, open hand. Yeah, Captain Terrell. That's right. It's so good. It is a masterclass in so many ways. You can't not this. I would have judged you all unfavorably if this draft passed without Darmok getting taken, and it's mine. It's all mine. So, Darmok.
Shaka when the walls fell.
In round 9.
Auto upon the ocean.
Some dark secret hidden in the human soul, a gnawing hunger. Perhaps someone should do a study.
Okay, speaking of dark hungers in the dark, it's Frank's pick.
Oh, I gotta look this up. I was too busy monologuing. All right. Is this one of them? Yes. Oh, wow. All right, we're venturing where no one has gone before yet. With the 4th pick in round 9 of the Star Trek Fantasy Draft 2025, Frank picks from the previously unpicked Season 2 of Picard, Monsters. T'Lyn ventures inside Picard's subconscious mind to help wake him from a coma. Seven and Raffi go in search of Jurati.
When they're in the ice,
and Rio struggles to hide the truth of who he really is.
Oh yeah, this is.
Yeah,
this is about
the point in the series.
Yeah, shit.
Like there's a block of 5 episodes that all run together, and this is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the names are familiar that you just said, but I have no recollection of having watched this. So.
This is literally the first time I ever heard of ice because of they were like the main characters in that episode, and I'm like, why? Yeah.
It was prophetic. It was prophetic.
It was very prophetic. Yeah.
Future.
Well, rather
I
than
love all Star
lamenting
Trek.
on that. Well, actually, sorry, I have to pick a trigger. But
It's a Klingon.
why do we get that as a repeat? Okay.
Klingon.
Thank you, Saval's friend. Dan, also Saval's friend, probably. I don't know. You might have met. Go.
Friend of Saval.
Yeah, you scared me shy with your pick. You were one episode away from my pick. So Lower Decks season 1 finale. So this is no small parts.
Yeah.
Yep. We get Riker. We get Troy. We get the Packlids. We don't just get the Packlids. One of the most inspired voice acting choices of all time was the Packlid captain voiced by Rich Fulcher, who, if you don't know him, is a B-list comedian. And he has an Emo Phillips kind of delivery to everything he does. It's just he inhabits this, and he's just the perfect Packlid for the episode. Peanut Hamper, we get Badgie back, Jack McBrayer. Just it's in a season of just nonstop, just action-backed hijinks. This one really kind of tops it off, and it really makes my list. I haven't gotten too deep. I haven't watched further seasons, so I don't know if the show improves, but this is a real high point for me. So
it's so good. The show's so good.
It sticks to a very good level, if you could say, like, you know, it is there. I think, like what Otto says, like as previous, like you can't remember Lower Decks episodes because they're just all great, or you just watch them and you kind of go like, yeah, that was a Lower Decks episode. But yeah, they are. They do continue to be really good. I can't think of like any episode that I can think of one episode actually I watched that I didn't like, but That's the peanut hamper.
Yeah, it's like trying to remember like which.
Oh, I like that peanut hamper. So I think that's hilarious.
It's trying to remember which stand-up special a joke of your favorite comedian came from, right? Like you just love the joke, you don't remember which one it's from.
Indeed. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that, because we haven't done any lower decks yet, but at any rate.
Tell him he is a pretty cat.
Why again?
And a good cat.
Your randomizer is broken.
The randomizer is broken. I'm going to run it again. Hang on.
Is it? You would never know.
What? Why did that one cut out? Hang on. Oh god, this is a long one. Sorry. Okay, well I'm just
Bro.
delaying my own. I'm going to start my timer
All right.
now. This will be part of my timer. Okay.
That's right.
That's why you're picking Remember Me.
All right. So I was really nervous you guys were going to pick this episode, and I kind of put Shuttlepod 1 ahead of it because I was also nervous for Shuttlepod 1. So glad you didn't. You haven't picked it, and also I'm quite glad. Actually, I'm kind of glad. Like going first or last is a good point in these snake games because you kind of get
That's what I'm
two in a
saying.
row. I
Yeah,
actually
the
I
twofer.
misread the situation. I now am quite glad I got this. So I've got two in a row here. One of my this is like. This is the episode that changed DS. Well, these are the episodes. This is a two-parter that changed DS9 for me. It showed me it wasn't just, it's just guys on a space station. Occasionally they'll go and do something. This is like, this is kind of expanded into like a whole political situation. I'm talking about Improbable Cause and The Die Is Cast. And absolutely incredible. It starts off as a whodunit with Garrick's shop getting blown up, turns out. You blew up your own shop.
blew up your own shop.
Got you now, haven't I? Yeah, and it turns into Odo torturing him, but also you kind of get the Romulans involved. You get the Dominion involved, and you find out actually what was going on in the was it the Onarian Nebula stuff that turned up in the Omarian Nebula, yeah, stuff
You
that turned
fake
up in the
fan.
Marquee, and like there was a lot of like big world building. It's great Odo Garrick moments, brilliant space fight. We get Romulans in it. It's fucking brilliant. I absolutely adore it. I cede the remainder of my time.
To yourself?
To myself, to anyone that wants to go in. I don't care. It's a great team.
Obama giving himself the medal meme.
Yeah, literally, yeah. It's Garrick giving himself his own shoulder rub, yeah. But yeah, there we go.
We shall test each other's courage, and then we shall see.
Yes.
And then the spankings.
And then the spankings. Okay, at the end of round 9, let's have a look at the board. Yes, it's looking very good whatsoever. A lot of range of colours on there. Dan, you are still winning, 78.2. Shy is slowly following, 77.1. Auto in third, 75 exact. I have overtaken Stars, 72.5. Stars, 72.2. Frank is 44. Although I think he might be older, he just dyes his hair. I'm not quite so sure. Let's carry on, shall we, gentlemen? My next pick is going to be the time it is running.
Hold on.
Go on. No?
This
is my time
might
now.
Screw you over. This might screw you over. Guys, if you really want to mess with Idol, someone better pick Time Zero before he does, because he never shuts up about that two-parter. So if you want it, you better get it now.
I don't want it.
I
do like it.
Not want.
I'm good.
It's a good episode. I don't mind watching that. Gentlemen, we're going to go for a series we haven't touched yet. We're going to go for some Prodigy. We're going to go for some Prodigy. We're going to go for Season 1's Time Amok, which is one of the first episodes. Yeah, one of the first episodes that I watched that made me kind of go, oh yeah, the writers know what Star Trek is, or the writers know why we're here. And also, they kind of gave me faith that they knew they were playing to an adult crowd as well as a child's crowd, because this kind of touches on several Star Trek topics of time travel, of split realities, of and it is a kid's show. There are those annoying moments. Dal isn't the easiest character to digest, especially if you're someone of our generation. But this has some great moments with Rock. It has some great moments with Janeway. She's flicking between various time zones, and it's a really adult, complicated concept for someone that might be watching this show to consider. It is.
It's great.
Yeah, I think it's such a good. It's one of 2 Prodigy episodes that I may have on my list. There may be another one yet. We'll see. I have another one that I also very much enjoyed.
I'm going to drop mine now. I was going to go with something else, but I was like, but I'm going to drop one now.
So I started watching Prodigy with Stars, and what he told me from the beginning was just hang on till episode 8, because this is where it all clicks. So once we got there, I'm like, it does feel like proper Star Trek. So I'll give you that one, Idle.
It's getting there. But anyway,
Sorry. Time's up.
Time's up. Okay.
I missed it.
Dan, it's time.
Okay. All right. So we've been giving a little bit more love to the animation here in the middle stretch and the 7th inning stretch of our draft here. So I am going to have to squat on one of the few scraps of the original animated Filmation series.
Wow, here we go.
That is noteworthy. Yep, we've got some Taz love here. I'm choosing the Counterclock Incident, which is the series finale.
Oh, is that Robert April?
Yeah, this had Robert April in it. Yep. The writer of this episode also wrote Next Generation, the game. Not a fantastic episode, but certainly one of the all-time episodes of Star Trek. And also notable because this is Star Trek babies, so all of them just kind of revert into little tiny children. So we have our very first Star Trek Scouts done 40 years prior. All right, so the Counterclock Incident.
This is one of the ones that I've watched, and I just remember by the end of it, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but this is so trippy. It was really, yeah.
And that's Taz. I mean, if you were there for the Magics of Megas too.
Yeah, I remember that. That was fucking wild.
That was a time. Okay.
Do you think they might let me watch?
Frank's pick. Frank's pick.
How much time does he have on the clock?
Oh, I don't know. Sure, about 30 seconds. Why not?
You're supposed to play the trigger. Anyway,
right.
With the third pick of round 10 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank is automatically selected. Another very short track. The second one, Holiday Party. Which Memory Alpha says, what happens when you ask a Vulcan to run the entertainment at a party? I don't even remember this one.
This was okay.
It's fine.
It was all right.
It's fine.
It's got Ethan
It's
Peck
got Hemmer in it.
Oh, yeah, and Hemmer.
Yeah.
I like Hemmer. Yeah.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Fucking, I'll take all the Hemmer I can get.
Into my veins.
Yeah.
You betrayed your uniform!
What is wrong with my randomizer? Okay, Auto. It is your pick. Go.
Oh. I thought I only had 5 picks left. I have 6 picks left. Ooh. I think I know what I'm going to do. All right. Yeah, here's where I'm going. Every time someone mentioned Enterprise, I was freaking out. I thought, don't pick this one, which means it's time to pick this one before someone else might, even though I'm way off base here. With the 4th pick in round 10 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, I'm going to draft Team Automaton through 2000 from Season 4 of Enterprise. It has, with all deference to Stars and Garters, the best line read and best scene from Jonathan Archer. Observer Effect.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, that's a cool one.
Okay.
And Hoshi, inhabited by the Organians, says, talking is a limited form of communication for us. We're much more advanced than humans. Archer says, not from where I'm standing. Maybe you've evolved into beings with abilities I can't comprehend, but you've paid a hell of a price. You've lost compassion and empathy, things that give life meaning. And if that's what it takes to be advanced, I don't want any part of it. I also watched that one again this morning. It is very strong from start to finish. The pacing, I think, is immaculate. Even when they're just like peeping Tom in the decon or whatever, they still manage to keep it up with a great score, a lot of quick cuts. When Archer's at risk, he takes off his EV suit. They cut, of course, to T'Pol, worried because he is one of her great loves in the series, along with Trip. So it is really well done from start to finish. And if someone else hadn't taken Twilight, I would have had a 3-fer from Enterprise, but I'll take 2 anyways.
Sorry.
Okay.
So there you go.
Time's up.
All right, Shia Porn, you're on the clock.
Do it.
Y'all have inspired me with all your talk of Prodigy. I wasn't necessarily going to go here, but you know what? This is maybe not the most exciting episode, not the most popular episode, but Is There in Beauty No Truth is going to be my pick here. This is where Zero's body is damaged. Oh, yes. And they need to go get a new body. it's just a beautiful, beautiful exploration of like, of like, you know, physical life and standards of beauty and the considering this is a kids show, it talks about like the transitioning, whether that's from gender expression to gender expression, or through puberty, or like experiences of body dysmorphia. It's just a very elegant episode for. Prodigy tricks you into thinking it's a kid's show, like you were saying earlier, for the first half of each season, and then it's like, no, this show. Get ready to deal with some themes. So yeah.
The wild thing about that episode is they actually give him the body, and then he keeps it for a few episodes. You're just like, oh, I thought it was going to be a one and done. He actually holds on to it for a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I remember rightly.
Yeah, and it's a great callback to the TOS episode. Is there in truth no beauty? So it's just a wonderful twist of the title.
Really done with love that series.
Row your boat. I love row. Do you know row?
Hey kids, do you know row your boat? Stars.
What is a marshmallow?
Yes, marshmallow. Go.
Guess what? I am going for the third Prodigy pick of the round. Because
look at this round. Prodigy round.
Every time you guys mentioned it, I was like, oh shit, don't pick the one.
That's how you know it's time to pick it.
I want to pick Live, Logs, and Proper. I want all the world's a stage.
Yeah.
I
nice.
fucking love this episode. It is such a lovely little meta commentary on the Star Trek fandom, on how Star Trek has evolved over the years. The perfect little bit of TOS fan service while still being in service to the characters. Like, it epitomizes what I really love about Prodigy, which is that it is simultaneously just a love letter to all the Star Trek that's come before it, while offering a genuinely new take on it in its own way. Like, yeah, maybe it gets a little bit too Star Warsy in places, maybe it gets a little bit too kid showy in places, but like considering they only got 2 seasons, I think that like it's going to stand up really well in hindsight as a show because of episodes like this that are so obvious. That's not bad. I'll take it.
It's more than we got Strangely Well so far.
Really good. Well, you're not wrong. But yeah, no, all the world's a stage. It's beautiful. I want to go and rewatch it now. Actually, like I'll go do that while you guys are drafting all your own shit picks. So I ceded my time.
Oh well, there we are.
We both get the same 2 kinds of customers: the living and the dying.
And that's a metaphor for Prodigy somehow. I don't know, but there you are. Okay, end of round 10. Round 10. We are looking very full indeed. If you'd like to know the scores, I don't know how he does it, but Dan is still right at the top of the leaderboards, 85.2, but just behind him by a Klingon's whisker is Shia Porn with 85, so 0.2% there. Auto coming in third, 82.5. I have still pipped Stars, 80.5, but Stars is closely following, 80.3. Frank, 49.4, like a whole half below. I'm going to very quickly run to the toilet once more. Discuss.
Go for it.
All right, before we move on to the next round, this is where I'm gonna draft a very special episode for one Overtired, who was invited to join us in the draft, couldn't make it, but he will be on to review an episode that he drafted. And he says, quote, "An episode that's been on my mind and thinking about all this was Deep Space Nine's To the Death. It's the first appearance of Weyoun. It brings back the Iconian Gateway from TNG and lets us see how some of the Dominion operate, particularly the Gem Hadar. So To the Death is drafted to Overtired, and he'll be on to review it when he's able."
I watched that when we were at Blackpool, and I had a really good time watching that. Actually, it's a really solid episode, especially for like earlier DS9. Like, it's got a lot of interpersonal tension. You get a lot of world building in just 45 minutes. A nice callback to TNG with Worf and the Iconian Gateways. It's a really good episode, actually. That's a strong pick, and not one most people picked. I don't think.
That's not Iggy Pop's episode, is it? Which episode is Iggy Pop?
No, that's the Magnificent Ferengi, I think.
That is the Magnificent Ferengi, okay.
Yeah. Which we already did review, and it was hilarious.
Otherwise, I would have dropped it.
All right, well, you are on the clock, Stars, so...
Am I? No.
Oh, wait, is the clock running now?
the metaphorical clock. I mean, you're picking next, so if you want to get started, I think we can.
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let the. I've still got to. Yeah.
Okay.
The man with the chatter. He makes us all wait for round 11. Here's your host.
But it's not me. It is in fact Stars and Garters. So your first round 11 pick, please.
Guys, I'm gonna out myself as a new Trek lover. I know that's not a popular opinion.
Filthy
liar. I am going for Strange New World Season 2's Subspace Rhapsody.
We can't. We've done it.
Wait, I thought. No,
we've already reviewed it.
We've already reviewed it.
Did we do a full review of it?
We did a full review. Yeah.
Does that mean like we can't do anything for Strange New Worlds?
We can't. No.
Pretty much.
That sucks.
For the record, I would be willing to re-review it in the future with you if we all agree. But
we'll do a musical review. All right, then I'll pivot to Star Trek Discovery's Forget Me Not.
Okay, good choice.
Nice.
Which is the grey episode set on Trill, which I think is a really lovely callback to all the DS9 development, while updating the metaphor for the modern audience. It's done. It is a little bit like frenetic in its pacing, like especially the stuff like that takes place inside Gray's and Adira's mind. But I think it just manages to land that sincerity, and especially given the current climate, I think it's a really important story that needs to be told. That emphasizes like the empathy and even to a degree like the policing that can go on within communities about who is, especially in like gay or lesbian or bisexual communities, about trans people and how they're somehow othered, even though it's LGBT guys. It's like they are part of the community, and I just really appreciated them taking the metaphor that DS9 had, in its way, like developed really quite nicely, and then just running with it and like letting it unfurl in a very naturalistic way in the future. I just think it's a really strongly done episode, and that final bit where Adira gets to step into and see all the previous hosts standing there in an array, and they're all got these like. Everyone's got like a Picard Series 2 episode like things. Beautiful.
So beautiful.
I am looking because I don't recall that episode. I'm looking forward
to
reviewing it with you, Stars.
Okay, Shy.
It's my lowest rated one, but that's fine. I don't care. It's a great episode.
I'll go lower. Don't worry.
No,
all right.
Such a low rating. I'm a member of my crew.
Now that we're in the final act of this draft, we should start looking towards endings. And the greatest series finale, not just of Star Trek, but of any TV show in the history of television.
No, he's already got These Are the Voyages. Yeah, okay.
By the way, can I just point out what a friggin' steal in round 11 to have this pick? That's
insane.
There's insane. A lot of fucking good Star Trek, guys. There's so much good Star Trek.
There's a lot of good Star Trek. Yeah. There we go. What do you want to say about it? First of all, Picard's robe is so killer. I've been trying to find this robe for like decades. Like, he's able to walk around in this sexy ass fucking robe around the halls of the Enterprise, and no one questions it whatsoever. It's amazing. You get Worf and Deanna almost like hooking up there just at the beginning. You get three nacelle Enterprise D.
Fight me, best ship ever.
Yeah, you get Admiral Riker. You get all this good stuff. You get your Buck Rogers starship for Beverly. It's all
You've always
good.
used your knowledge of honor against me because it always works, Worf.
Yeah, so good. So good. And then he's sleepy, as an aging man. Like, I appreciate that, like, Picard gets tired in the future. He's like, no, I'm gonna take a nap now. Yeah, it's so good.
Sorry. Time's up.
That's fine.
Yeah, great episode. I forgot what I was gonna say about it. No, it doesn't matter. Now,
Idle, are you gonna draft Time Zero? I'm just curious.
Find out.
Because no one else wants it.
We'll find out. I'll be happy if someone else picks it. It'd be great. Also, your time starts now.
All right, boy. So I have 5 picks left, and I know exactly which 5 I want. So I'm going to try to go in order of which ones I think someone might snipe. Yeah. Which means My next pick in the 2025 Star Trek fantasy draft from the Next Generation's 5th season is The Perfect Mate, starring Famke Janssen.
Famke Janssen, yeah.
You know, it's a bit wacky. You have those awful miners. Why do we have miners transporting on the ship in 10-4? They're like, oh, I'd love to have time with her and whatever. And it's just, and the Ferengi, he can leave all that shit. But I'm basing this almost solely on the last few scenes. When Picard pours his heart out to Beverly at the end, he was this close to betraying everything he worked for and going for a roll in the hay, so to speak. Her pheromones worked pretty damn good on Sir Patrick, and for him, you know, the stud of all Star Trek, to be pulled in like that speaks to how great she is, how great he was. Just that last 20 minutes is like, put it on the loop. You know, I don't think anyone else would have drafted it, but I could not draft it. So I'll take my 7.3 rating onto The Perfect Mate. Yeah.
Awesome.
I love honor. I demand honor.
All right, it is time for our legally obligated Frank section of the show. What is Frank picking for us on this draft?
You will like this one, Stars. With the 4th pick in round 11 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank is auto-selected from Deep Space Nine's 5th season. Let he who is without sin go to Ryza and fuck around like a giant Klingon douche.
Oh, we need a.
I can see it.
We need a palate cleanser, don't we?
Yeah, it's not a good episode.
I remember Lita and Bashir. They're like, well, we're gonna break up. Let's go fuck like bunnies on Ryza for a few weeks, and we're like, all right, that's a great episode by itself. But
I've had worse breakups. Okay, Dan.
Okay.
Go.
This is going to do me in. I'm going to tank my rating. This is going to let somebody else have a chance to be at the top.
I'm excited already.
But I have to get it in because I watched this morning. I watched all of the very short treks this morning, and this happens to be the very shortest of them all, the shortest Star Trek in existence at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. It is the very short Trek Holograms All the Way Down.
Oh, yeah.
This episode served within 2 minutes of time to touch every single Trek show in history, get a voice actor from every single one of them. We got Connor Trenier, Jonathan Frakes, Armin Shimmerman, George Takei, Doug Jones, Ethan Phillips. Even Hammer shows up, so for your Hammer lovers, he's in there in one brief second and a half scene. But it's just when you think that it's over, they find another way to pull out again. The computer gets the last word. What a fun little ride. I love so the writer of the very short treks was the same gentleman who wrote Too Many Cooks, if you're familiar with that little YouTube short, that little nugget. Yeah. So I really love the sensibility, and also I just want to stop to mention how wonderfully they captured the Filmation essence, just the not only the frame rate of the animation, but also the blurry kind of almost ephemeral quality of the cell. The animation cell still comes through. I don't know how they captured that and managed to reproduce it, but just really, really well done. It really impressed me. The other one's not so much, but this one I had a great time with. So
that's bold. I applaud your pick.
A non-ironic very short Treks pick is wild. Yeah. That's great.
That's wild.
Smooth as an android's bottom, eh, Data? I beg your pardon.
Yeah, there's a lot more animation on this list than I thought, considering our audience. There's some quite good stuff. Okay, it is me. My list has changed so much since we started. I've still got some stuff on here, guys. This is one episode I'm surprised hasn't been picked, but is also another one of my favorites. You can probably detect a theme here because I love episodes that set things up for the future and stuff I can then go back to and go, oh, this episode's a lot more important than I thought it was. Gentlemen, you may test that assumption at your convenience. We're going to go Sins of the Father, which is the first time we get a proper look at the politics of the Klingon Empire. We get a look at Duras. We get a look at what is, things that spiraled out of the undiscovered country a little bit. We get You know, we get the fat Klingon Chancellor Ken Peck, who is kind of grey. Things aren't as simple with the Klingons as you think they are, and it's kind of one of the episodes that make me why I really love this race is like not just they're angry all the time and how could they get into space because they're so stabby. No, they're a bit more nuanced than you think they are. I love Sins of the Father, and I think it sets up for some other great episodes, which aren't going to make my list this time, but, you know, things like Redemption and The Way of the Warrior and, you know, going forward, like, it sets up a lot of lore, going from, you know, from black paint people with, like, Asian heritage in TOS to actually a legitimate race that should be studied and have their own language. Yeah. It's great, guys.
It features the man who is still fat, Kim Peck.
Yes.
And a great alpha moment from Worf, where Picard tries to speak up and he goes, "The Chadich will be silent," because in that moment, Worf is the fucking man, not Picard. He's been waiting how many seasons for this, and he's the boss. Yeah.
Plus, you know, everybody likes a good courtroom episode of Star Trek, and why not have it a red courtroom?
I shall try some of your burnt meat.
Burned, replicated, burnt. I would have loved the old...
Time's up.
Okay, we're at the end of the round. I would have loved the Klingon from Undiscovered Country, the Klingon gavel with the sparks coming out. Like, if Kim Peck did that would have been sweet.
Well, Dan, you were right. You have tanked in the ratings. The winner at the current standings of... where are we? Round 11? Round 11. Shy is now top of the rankings, 94.1. Dan, second, 91.6. Auto, 90.1. Myself, 88.7. Stars, 86.7. Frank, 54.9.
I love listening to Frank 54.9, easy Star Trek listening.
Is that AM or FM?
All right,
This is what they call the championship rounds, because your bench depth is very important to Star Trek. You can grab the 9.4 rated episodes, but if you don't have the real character pieces at the end of your bench, your team is going nowhere. So good luck in the last 4 rounds, gentlemen.
Okay.
Not that I care about these IMDb rankings, but how would you rank something that's like from the franchise but that isn't a movie or TV show? We're allowed to choose those things, right?
What do you mean?
Oh, you can choose any official Star Trek property, and Idle will have to add it to the sheet. Yeah.
I think I think I've got them all, apart from, I think, Khan, the audiobook. I think I've got them all in there. What else is there?
Okay,
we'll find out. Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see. If we can get some fucking Star Trek renegades in here, what's going on? Okay. Okay. My next pick is from the original series, and it's going to be an interesting discussion in regards to the characterization and the events of Paul Wesley, especially in regards to what's happened with the Farragut. And an episode of Strange New Worlds, which we had some issue with regarding Kirk's characterization, but I'm going to go back to TOS's Obsession. Yes.
Great pick.
Which is one of the episodes, one of the first, when I did a rewatch of TOS probably about 8 years ago now, when I was in the old house, I remember picking out Obsession as one of the episodes of like, actually, shit, I'd love to talk about this episode, or I'd like to. This feels like a very mature episode for the time, and I'm probably going to read those words when we watch it. But I really enjoyed it. It deals with a little bit of Kirk's trauma. We get some of his past as well, and it deals with the human nature, like, you know, a little bit of Moby Dick syndrome in there as well, with Kirk sort of like, you know, trying to rectify his past with this creature that might have. Might be misunderstood after all. Stars, you look like you've got something to say.
I was listening. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Fair enough. Sorry, I thought you were just smirking. I was like, hang on, motherfucker, I've got this. Actually, this is trash. But no, I'm going to go with the
sweet odor, like honey.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'm going to go with TOS's Obsession for Men.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
Who's next on the sheet? Dan. Go, Dan.
It's got dichronium. It's got Spock's green blood. I love this pick. Go ahead, Dan.
So I hope this brings up my average a little bit. I'm finally breaking the Voyager episodes here. I'm not as familiar with all of them, but I remember seeing this one also on TV. It's a late episode. It's Someone to Watch Over Me. Doctor in 7 episode.
Oh, wow.
Nice. We watched this in Blackpool, didn't we? Yeah.
We did. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What a steal in the 12th round.
opens up super creepy with like Seven like spying on Paris and Torres, and and then it takes on.
This is about to be a medical emergency.
Yeah.
There's no one on deck 6 who does not know when you're having intimate relations.
So they really had to thread a needle with this episode to not make it too creepy, and I guess role reversing and having Seven be the one, that's kind of coming to terms with being an incel is kind of an interesting thing. I think obviously any Robert Picardo episode, and he has a bunch of featured episodes later on in the series that he really shines in. This one he also just pitch perfect performance. I didn't realize this until reading up on this episode recently, but it's based on My Fair Lady, or at least similar stories. And when I was 6 years old, tiny little Angevin was actually on stage at his elementary school doing Professor Higgins.
Oh, wow.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain, and it just I don't know. I guess that's why it's
Angevin then, as if you evolve like a Pokemon into Dangevin.
That's right. I need a rare candy for that.
And then Danjolian next.
Danjatar. All right. So, anyways, just a fun little romp, and really some nice exploration of the two characters that everybody really, I think, the Doctor and Seven are just really standout characters. Okay.
That was the best idea we've had so far.
That's very good. That's very good. Okay, it's Frank's pick. What is Frank picking for us? No.
You know what? There's a bunch of review bomb Discovery episodes. I'm going to skip that. He already has a few Discovery episodes, and that's bullshit anyway. With the third pick of the 12th round of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank is automatically selected the fifth in the franchise's motion picture run, The Final Frontier.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
It's rated 5.5 on IMDb.
What does Otto need with the draft pick?
I need my drafts.
Look, I love it. I really do love it to the last 15 minutes. I watched it with Stars a couple years ago, and we were howling through most of it. It's camp, it's schmaltz, but it's not bad.
And it does have that legitimately amazing scene. I need my pain. That's an amazing scene. Justifies the podcast entry.
Wasn't Cyborg supposed to come back? They teased him at one point.
Apparently that's still in the cards.
Yeah.
We've got another season.
It's in the cards. Anyway, Otto, it's your pick. Are you picking in the cards?
No.
That's a good pick, though. That's a good episode.
You should pick it.
I'm going back. So, one of my problems with Deep Space Nine, I don't love it as much as some people because it's so heavy in serialization. But this episode from season 5 stands out exceptionally clearly in my mind. With the fourth pick in round 12 of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Team Automaton 2000 is selecting from Deep Space Nine's 5th season, Children of Time.
Ooh.
This episode is so beautiful to me. We have the there's this timey-wimey bullshit where the Defiant has crashed and they meet their descendants from hundreds of years down the line. And the Klingon Worf has spawned this Klingon faction that went off and lived in the hills. The kids are using the hologram of Quark to teach them in school. Odo has been so long-lived, he no longer gives a shit about being like shy and reserved. He tells Kira how much he's always loved her. There's so many great things. And that scene at the end where Sisko knows we're going to erase this all in 24 hours, but we have one more harvest. They go out and plow together in the fields as two different families come together as a community. It's a beautiful episode. It's really overlooked. I don't see too many people talk about it. So Children of Time is going to be my pick from Deep Space Nine. I can't wait to talk about that one.
You can find a good standalone DS9 episode without referencing the Dominion, the Cardassians, the Bajorans, or the Ferengi, and that stands out. That's a kind of a pretty rare thing.
All right, Shia Porn is on the clock.
Job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it. Okay?
Okay, fine, Shia, go, please.
I wasn't even gonna bother with TAS, but I've somehow managed to hit every franchise, and In quickly going through it right now, there's a couple episodes. They're not yesteryear, but they're decent. So I'm gonna go with the Slaver's Weapon.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice little technological morality tale. It's a cool card in Timelines. Remember that game we all play?
The O'Brien Slaver. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's decent, and I'll take it as a Wait, did you review it already? We didn't review that.
No.
Okay.
I should note, Shiaporn, who's famous for never reviewing anything with a decimal score, has picked Slaver Weapon, which is 7.0 in the IMDb ratings. So that's why he picked this episode.
Incredible.
My oath of celibacy is on record, Captain.
Thank you. Listen,
I was tempted to go with the first appearance of the Aqua Shuttle, but that episode's not good.
What about the Inflatable Enterprise? Anyway, speaking of Inflatable Enterprises, stars go.
Great segue.
I'm gonna go with. So I've had to do some revising in my draft here, but I feel like I've made some decent. I am gonna go with a sort of an underrated Voyager episode, I think. But I think Otto will agree with me here. Worst case scenario.
Oh, it's on my list.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great episode because I really enjoy the underrated bromance between Tuvok and Paris as they kind of work between their dueling creative impulses. The way everyone gets really into the it kind of predicts binge culture 30 years in advance. As someone who's big into video games and tabletop RPGs, I love the game logic that starts happening and the branching choices. You get a lot of fun little continuity nods, like the whole Siska thing. Siska, I think, is arguably at her best in this episode because she caused such a massive problem for everyone involved. I love stuff like them relying on Janeway to try and get them out of scrap, and she dies to a rigged phaser rifle. It's I love stuff like that. It's constantly playing around with the expectations, and it's the oldest trick in the book. It's a Star Trek holodeck goes wrong episode. But it's just done so well and with so much love and so much fun that I really can't besmirch it. You talked a little bit earlier about Shy, how Voyager doesn't start until 7 and 9, and it gets on board, and you're kind of right. But for a late season 3, I think this one absolutely hits the mark. I think this is a great episode, and I'm gonna see the rest of my time.
It is a really good episode. Yeah.
I want to shout out. This is actually an episode.
To argue about time. We don't have the time.
This may be overstating it, but this is an episode that has actually changed my life in the way I look at things. That quote from Tuvok where he says, "According to the dictates of poetics by Tehane of Vulcan, a character's actions must inexorably flow from his or her established traits." When we've reviewed so much Star Trek. When I review Star Trek, and I'm like, that character would never say, I always have Tuvok's voice in my head saying it must flow from their established traits. That's what makes a compelling story. And so that's just, one of the many ways in which Star Trek is shaped. I should stop drinking. Go. Who's next?
Well, we're on the break between rounds 12 and 13. You should never stop drinking, so let's have a look at the board. Oh,
it's a football draft. You got to drink a few Bud Lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, your beverage must flow from the beverage brewery.
It must flow inexorably from this IPA can. Yes.
Well, Shy has broken the triple digits at 101.1, with Dan following close behind 99.6. Otto still in third, 98.2. Idle, myself, 95.9 stars, 94.7. Frank, 60.4, still bringing up that rear. But he's going to, you know what, I'm thinking Frank's got quite a hefty bit of score there. I feel like it's only going to get better on future drafts, just not on this one. Stars, take us away with your next pick, please.
I think you'll appreciate the fact that I've gone from the worst case scenario to the no-win scenario from season 3 of Picard. This I was kind of down on season 3 of Picard, especially toward the end, because I thought that the nostalgia baiting got a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much remember berries. I wasn't a fan of the Borg turn. So this episode kind of represents what I liked the most about Picard season 3, which was playing on the changeling aspect with the infiltrator on board. This is where you get the big reveal about Shaw and why he fucking hates Picard, which ties all the way back to
this is the holodeck
359.
one, yeah.
This is the one where like they all think they're about to die by falling into the social anomaly. It's like, well, shit, there's nothing we can do. Make your peace. You get that amazing sequence with Riker having to talk, trying to record that message to Troy. Like, I wasn't a massive fan of the way that they were like, oh, well, they had totally broken up off screen, like given how independent they had that going. But they kind of redeem it here by making it a worthwhile character beat for Riker and for making it it's a rumination on if you only had so much time to record however much you want to say to the person you love, what would you say? And I've thought about that. I've thought about the fact that I have someone in my life who I love that much. Sorry, Otto, it's not you, but you're close.
Oh,
I understand that. Sorry. But legitimately,
who drove you to Blackpool?
If I had to think about what I was going to say to Brody and he would never hear my voice again, I would be legitimately stumped as well. What can you say with the words in the English language that are enough to articulate what you feel? And you start to get more of the Jack and Crusher and Picard drama coming out. It's basically just a load of people talking in a room and a load of paranoia going on in the subplot as Seven tries to juggle what's going on board the ship. It's just a really tightly written episode.
Time's up.
There you go.
Yes, Boota sums up the episode correctly. This is the holodeck batteries one, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Funny.
That's gonna tank it for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what was it? Yeah, Strangely Wells redeemed it a little bit in season 3. But anyway, Rashai, go. Just go.
Go.
No review. Just go. Leave, please.
Yeah. I think I'm only going to repeat one category in this whole 15-round draft. It is 15 rounds, right?
It is indeed.
15.
Yeah, I'm only going to... and this is not the one. I'm going outside the box here, kids. And tell me if this is... If you guys have actually maybe... I don't know if you've reviewed this or if we can review it again or something, but I'm going to go with the greatest Star Trek video game ever made. Star Trek Birth of the Federation.
Oh,
wait,
wow.
what?
Wow.
This is cool. All right.
Idle, you got to add it to the sheet.
How?
And it is listed on IMDb, I'd like to point out.
I love that. That's great.
Get busy, Idle. Come on.
I can add it. That's easy. Okay. I'll put it on short tracks for now.
This is beautiful.
That?
This is the pick of the entire draft.
Yeah. What are we gonna do for a rating?
It's on IMDb. It has an IMDb rating.
It has cutscenes, like very brief, but
yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Look, this is just.
If you, do you know when
everything
you said game,
wanted.
I thought you were going to go like Star Trek Borg or Star Trek Klingon. I was like, that's a left field pick. Birth of the Federation. Okay.
No, I went with a good one.
Okay, it's on the sheet now, Auto.
Right.
So
it's his time. It's his time. So.
Yeah, it's all the ships, it's all the species, it's all the worlds, it's economy trading. If you happen to love that kind of game, which I really did growing up, and I still kind of do.
Stars.
It's all of
we
that.
need input. We need to get in on this.
I'm just like
games are a consideration.
Like, I want to go.
I'm going to put fucking Klingon Academy down. Let's get some Chang in there.
Academy.
Klingon Academy is legit got brilliant cutscenes.
Oh, Klingon Academy.
Anyway.
Sorry. Time's up.
Also, because it's you clowns took all of his time anyway. Because it's turn-based, which I appreciate, you can pause in the middle, take care of your children or your pets or whatever, and come back to it. That makes a great game.
Yeah, Idle, you could have met your children several times at this point. If you just stuck with turn-based systems.
By the way, Idle, you have to have... Oh, wait. There's no IMDb. 8.5 on the IMDb
8.5
score. You have to add
that. That's wild.
Strong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. Hang on, let me do that. There you go. It should populate now. Okay.
I'm still really happy with worst case scenario to no win scenario. I think I did that well.
Medal on the medal. Also, go.
Another episode whose advice has changed my life, and I mean that sincerely. With the third pick of the 13th round of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, from Voyager's 6th season, He's not real. He's as real as I am. photons and force fields, flesh and blood. It's all the same as long as your feelings are real. He makes a joke, you laugh. Is that an illusion? He says something that makes you think. Does it matter how his molecules are aligned? Did it ever occur to you that's not just a question of whether or not he's real? What do you mean? I think you should stop trying to control every aspect of this relationship. It is Fairhaven. I watched this recently, and, you know, you can clown on it or whatever. I thought this is a fucking 10 out of 10 episode. I would watch this every week if this were New Trek. You know, it's... And the real life advice is of don't try to control every aspect of this relationship. I've been in some relationships where I'm like, I want to say something, I want to do something to change how they behave, and I thought, no, that's who they are. And if you don't like it, then maybe you're in the wrong relationship. And so I think it's been very powerful in my life. Fairhaven in the 13th round. That's a value pick, gentlemen.
That's
no one
happened before.
No one cares about Fairhaven. You fucking.
I like it. I did the reading with you.
It's fine.
It's fine. If you had said Spirit Folk, I would have said get the fuck out. But no, you said Fairhaven. You said the correct one.
See, Shy Paul's just blowing my mind because now I'm thinking of like the Star Trek books. I'm thinking. Oh no, okay, we can't do that. What is?
I thought about it. No, I thought about it.
Oh wow, yeah, that would require us all to read. I've thought about a book club on this show before. It's too hard because I would have gone hard for the Shatnerverse. What is Frank's pick for the next round, please?
All right. We're going to skip a few more Discovery episodes, sorry, because they're unfairly review bombed. With the fourth pick of the 13th round of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank has auto-drafted from Deep Space Nine's third season, Meridian. Jadzia falls in love. The planet. Yeah, I don't even need the description. Everyone knows. The planet shifts. Jadzia falls in love.
Oh, that's some trash.
Some great CGI. Great CGI.
It's almost as if they were trying to intentionally get Terry Farrell to quit. How about that? So
yeah. She held on in 3 more seasons after this.
All right, Dan. Hit us.
How many picks do I have left?
You have 3 left.
3 left. I see. I could have sworn that I saw 4 picks.
Here it is.
Yes. I really believed I could see 4 picks. I know all of you caught the reference. It's Chain of Command Part 2 primarily, but also Part 1 for Jellicoe. Does a fantastic job. So the casting in this is fantastic. Ronnie Cox, RoboCop, Beverly Hills Cop, all the cop movies. Ronnie Cox is in them.
Stargate.
But also two previous picks, Star Trek's 5 and 6, David Warner as St. John Tabbitt and Chancellor Gorkon. Just from top to bottom, just well done. Still a little bit of plot holy with why the hell they would pull Jean-Luc off on this secret mission that only he and Beverly could do. But just the psychological pitting of him against Gull. What's his name? Gully.
Yeah.
Is it Masset? Yeah, that's right.
Gull mine on his belly. Yeah.
Yeah. But the most manipulative thing I remember from this, and then we'll move on, was just how he says, we'll get what we need from the female. Just absolutely, like, he can strip him naked, you can do everything, but don't pit him against his own crew, because and the vulnerability you mentioned, Otto, at during the Perfect Mate, he shows this at the end too, when he admits, I was going to say it, I was absolutely going to say it, and that we know that Picard, his persona as the captain is always stronger than his own human failings, but he always manages to just get it done just in the nick of time. So fantastic.
Most humans are ill at the sight of live taskbar. I like you, human.
Sorry. Time's up.
Great episode, yeah.
Very good episode. Okay.
Also, Riker is so fucking cocky when he's in his quarters, and he's like, "Then why don't you ask
the worst
me?"
version
And Ronnie looks so uncomfortable. He's so uncomfortable having to ask him. Yeah, it's great.
I love when Let's Drop Ranks for a moment gets turned right around on his sorry.
Yes, as long as ranks are dropped.
I know you guys aren't going to invest.
Oh,
go on.
I have a question, by the way. With two-parters, are they rated by the highest rated part of the episode, the lowest part, or an aggregate?
At the moment, because I've only picked the first part, so
I'm picking part 1 for these. But when we review them, we rate one rating for both episodes.
Yeah.
So
right, okay. So I was looking at my pick for Demons, and I was like, wait, but Terra Prime has 8.1, so I was like, okay.
I can switch it if you want.
I
go with auto switch any two parts to the highest score, and that makes it a bit easier. But,
Okay.
I forget what I was going to do.
It's your pick next time.
No, it is my pick. I was going to say something, and I completely forgot what it was. Doesn't matter. Let's go with my pick. Okay. I have 3 picks left. I have changed my last one. I've changed the one I'm about to pick because the previous episode was a 2-part. I feel like I've had too many 2-parters. Also, this one is a bit more fun. I'm going to go with my first Lower Decks pick, and that is I Excretus. Which is one of the more memorable ones. It is the, of course, Boimler trying to outdo himself with the Borg simulation and end up strapping babies to his chest. I do remember a lot of other good like Mirror Universe shenanigans in this episode as well. And a lot of the sort of mother-daughter, Mariner and Freeman stuff in this episode as well. So I do like I Excretus. I haven't picked Lower Decks yet. I literally did not have that starting out coming in, but you guys picked a few of mine, so I had to pick up the slack somewhere. Sorry, I am processing beer and at an alarming rate, so we will do...
She gives off a fragrance not unlike the adrenal gland of a Nausicaan.
Indeed, thank you, Flox. The end of that...
Dude, so I've watched... Because I've been watching Enterprise the last couple days. Dude, Billingsley's such a fucking Chad. Like, he might be the best Doctor. He's so good in every aspect, every single aspect. I love him.
Well, we've all passed the Rubicon now. We're all in triple digits. Shy 109.6, Dan 107.9, Auto 104.4, me 104.3, Stars 104.2. Is literally a fraction.
The trilogy.
The 3 of us. Frank's on 66.
This is how it must be.
All right, gentlemen.
It's like it was written in the stars.
It is. If you can take his clothes off, you will find that tattoo. We're gonna go for round 14. Was this round 14? Yes, this is indeed round 14, and it is me, gentlemen. It's Time's Arrow. I'm not even going to try and... there it is. It's Time's Arrow Part 1 and 2.
Wow.
I have a real soft spot for this episode. I remember watching this when it came out. And again, like Best of Both Worlds, I had a second part that I wasn't able to watch for months later. The whole mystery of Data's head being found in the desert, going back in time. Okay. Oh, Stars, you need to do your Mark Twain impression.
Did I have a Mark Twain impression?
Did you? Someone did a very... Oh, was it you, Auto? Had a very good Mark Twain impression. The yeah, that one. Yeah. I couldn't remember who it was, sorry.
Mr. Data!
Yeah, it was...
Miss Guinan?
We get Guinan
By the way,
in the past.
You may have said this already because I'm drunk and not paying attention, but we get Gul Dukat in this episode.
We do indeed.
Right. Oh yeah, he's the Mr. LaRoche.
With his, is that an Ophidian in your pocket, sir? Classic.
How do you get Mr. Pickard?
Maybe I'm sure.
Do you get Mr. Pickard?
We get Mr. Pickard.
Mr. Pickard.
It's I really like it. It's a fun episode. It's a good
Oh my Titania!
Davidians are fun.
I like it too.
I'm also going to have a story about the final days of the Star Trek relaunch series before Picard rewrote that entire history with sort of the books picking up on the Davidians being the final boss of like all realities, and it involves Wesley Crusher, and it's fucking bizarre. Anyway, I yield my time.
We shall test each other's courage. And
okay, thank you, Trelane. We've heard that.
And then
Trelane, shut the fuck up. Okay, Dan, your penultimate pick.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the heavy hitters here. So continuing on with my love for Next Generation is Sarek. So yeah,
Nice.
so one of the most memorable episodes, just because it gives Mark Lenard the send off he really deserved from Star Trek. I think he filmed this episode 6 years before he died, 3 years before he stopped acting, and he just absolutely knocks it out of the park, gives it his all. There's a Shakespearean aside he does when there's a scene in his quarters where he's starting to show a little bit of his emotional side. And he turns to the camera, and it's just half of his face, and there's a tear rolling down his cheek, and it's just the most amazing. It reminds me of how I sit there and I try to watch Star Trek when I'm getting emotional and other people are in the room. That's illogical. So yeah, and then of course the mind meld scene in the third act is just some of the most harrowing acting that Patrick Stewart has done in the entire series. Full stop. I can't rewatch it without crying myself. So it goes up on the list. Happy to have it here. I don't know how it's rated, but I like it.
I don't want... Hold on, did I throw it in there already? Yes, all right. I don't want to call you out, Frank, or Dan, or whatever the fuck your name is, sorry. These are 10%,
here.
These are 10% IPAs I'm crushing, by the way.
It's Dangerion.
A year or two ago, when we talked, we were doing some Twilight Zone stuff, and Dan basically said in a private channel that he wishes he could kind of let loose with his emotions the way that some people can, or that he understands the generation that can't let it out. And I felt for him in that moment. This so tracks with Picard letting it all out, or Sarek letting it out via Picard.
Sorry.
I can definitely...
Shut
up! I can see how this appeals to you, and I'm very glad that you picked it. I see where it sits in your heart.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry. Time's up.
Okay.
All right. Okay. What is Frank's pick for the next episode?
Right, we're skipping a few more down.
Yeah. We'll...
With the third pick of the 14th round of the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft, Frank has selected from the original series' third season, Spock's brain.
Oh, there it is.
We made it, boys.
I wouldn't even read the description. Everybody knows
Not so
Morg,
wounded as we were led to believe.
the Morg versus iMorg.
It's so simple.
By the way, I like the little sound effect, the tick, 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 whenever he's walking. It's like a little old-fashioned analog controller. It's great.
I'll tell you a story. I used to have the After Dark Star Trek screensaver. For anyone that's used Windows 95 back in the days, there was a screensaver software called After Dark, and they had a couple of modules. One was for Star Trek. And I used to have the classic TOS one. And one thing, I was lying in bed, I used to leave my computer on, and have the After Dark screensaver running. And the one thing that freaked me out, I woke up with like Spock just like turning up on the screen going, I have no brain. And I was like freaked out. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that's always put me on edge for no reason. But it's, yeah. Anyway.
Core memory unlocked.
Yeah, literally. Okay. Also, your time starts nigh.
All right. I'm going off the beaten path again, but this episode means a lot to me. With the fourth pick of round 14, the 2025 Star Trek Fantasy Draft. From the original series' second season, I'm picking Metamorphosis. Ooh. They crash on a planet with Zefram Cochrane, who has never aged because of the love of the companion. And I have a few quibbles with how they treat women in this episode, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's an episode that no matter how different you are, if you can feel, you can love. And it's just beautiful that such different souls can come together. Plus, it has the incomparable Eleanor Donahue, still alive at 88. Thank goodness. Who plays Nancy Hedford. I love that cameo from her. So I'm going with Metamorphosis for my penultimate pick.
Fantastic. Early Zefram Cochrane was interesting because it's wild that they kind of looked at First Contact and kind of went like, let's just go somewhere else with this character, which, to be fair, kind of warranted. But it's weird to say like, oh yeah, the father warp drive is on a different planet. It makes sense. He warped himself there. That's like, and they kind of did a similar thing with The Expanse, but in a more tragic way. But on that note,
Do you think they might let me watch?
Shy. Your time
Phlox has never beaten the allegations of being the greatest doctor in all of Star Trek.
Go Shy.
You were close when you were talking about the Star Trek novels.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna go
Q squared
with Star Trek X-Men #1 from 1996.
We're actually doing a
the
book.
comic book crossover.
Get out of here.
Comic book crossover, currently rated a 4.6 out of 5 on Amazon.com.
Oh fuck!
This is a banger of a comic book crossover with Mark Silvestri and about a dozen other artists working on it. Yeah, you get the return of
what did you say?
Of some classic Star Trek.
That's a 9.2. 9.2.
Okay.
You get a great Nurse Chapel McCoy joke where she calls for McCoy, and they both turn and say yes.
Yep, Hank and Bones. Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know, you get Kirk hitting on Jean Grey. This is some classic Spock punches out Wolverine. This is some good stuff. This is some good stuff going on in the comic realm.
Books. I'm kind of excited.
I think I've read
It's a comic book.
No, it's a real book. There's actually a real. It's not just a comic. There is actually a real physical. Real
Is
words.
that the same thing? I don't know.
Yeah,
Michael
it's
Jan Friedman, I think, wrote it.
X-Men, Star Trek.
It's like
3
64
X-Men
pages.
Okay.
It's both, but yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
Stars is the only person left with 2 picks. So savor.
I'm in complete control.
Yeah, Stars is
Savor
your
the
final 2
fruit of you.
picks. Choose wisely.
I'm going to choose wisely. For
Wisely
my
Crusher.
penultimate pick, I haven't got a single Wesley episode, and I'm happy about that. I'm going for season 1, episode 2, Lower Decks Envoys, which you may remember as the episode with like Boimler and Mariner having to escort Corinne around, and they have to go to Little Kronos. You have. That's where the joke about the Section 31 power walk comes from. You get the playing around with the blast shield bit. You get the wonderful gags with like Rutherford changing departments, and he has to go on holiday, enact the Janeway protocol, and they just eject all the babies on the ship. That's episode 2. They get started on that shit so early.
They jump right in.
Just like, yeah, no, they get started real quick, and it's like I remember when you first watched Lower Decks, you're like, "Oh God, this is such an assault to the senses." It's 25 minutes. It's like joke after joke after joke after joke, and it's like Christ, the sheer pace here. But especially when you've gotten into the rhythm of the show, you go back to it and you go, "Wow, this is like a fucking 25-minute banger." It really is just so tightly tightly contained and well done. I really, really enjoy Envoys. It's a fucking great episode. I don't have. Guess what? The episode's tight and controlled. So is that. I cede my time. Nothing more to say. It's Lower Decks. You know it's
Cede
great.
it to yourself.
Having a woman on the bridge.
Speaking of women on the bridge. Okay,
women.
The women. I need to. Jim, the women. I need to add that. End of round 15. Sorry, end of round 14. Sorry, penultimate one. This board is looking beautiful. What a cascade of
I
colors.
just want to say, this has surpassed Himbos as my favorite stream we've ever done. So thank you.
It's very good. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
I feel like you say that about every stream since Himbos, but there we are. Shireporn is still in the lead.
It's the recency bias.
Shireporn is still in the lead, 118.8. Dan, 116. I've jumped up to third, which is making me really reconsider my next pick with 112.6. But Auto is at 111.6. Stars lagging down to fifth, 111.2. Frank, 71.7. Ooh, everything to play for to win that absolutely fabulous...
The Romulan Rubber Ducky!
At the end of the round. Okay, final round. Stars. Take us away for your final pick.
I feel like I might get a nod of respect here from I think this still qualifies. I don't think we properly reviewed this. It's Face the Strange from Star Trek Discovery Season 5.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a time
I know
travel
the one you
episode where
mean.
they're jumping around.
Great,
Yeah,
great time travel episode.
Burnham and Rain are jumping around, and they have to solve all the problems throughout seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4, while also dealing with their interpersonal issues.
Yeah, I got you.
It's a kind of almost a little bit of a bottle episode, but it also it's just like I loved every time that Discovery went back to the well of the Star Trek time travel plots. It did them really, really well. And since I got picked for magic to make the Stainless Man go mad, I felt this is the closest I could have in my dream draft. Yeah, especially because like I'm right there with Otto. It's like Raynor is like one of the best parts of especially season 5. He is an absolute Chad, great performer. He has really good chemistry with Sonequa Martin Green. Very credible as a Starfleet officer. It's just like season 5 and 4 of like Discovery, I think they get kind of lost in the shuffle, as it were, because it's like not as controversial as season 1 and 2, not as big a leap as 3, but I think there's some really quality Star Trek in there. So, and I also will always appreciate a Star Trek episode that goes for a David Bowie pull in the title. So, turn and face the strange, my friends. So, see my time.
So appropriate considering they didn't even know it was their last season when they made that episode, and then that is like an homage to the rest of the series. That episode, so it was really great.
It's beautiful.
I can't wait till that season 6 episode changes. That'll be one of my favorite Discovery episodes.
Yeah, it's really interesting, like because you get like Burnham essentially facing herself.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hoisted by your own petard, idol.
Also. That's a manual trigger. Anyway, Shy, your time is starting now. Final pick.
All right, I'm gonna let you all. I'm gonna let you all veto this super outside the box selection if you need to, because there's no real way to give it a rating. Unfortunately, I was just casting about trying to see if there was like.
Is it called the musical?
No, it's not an official. It's not official.
We have to see it. I have to come and see it.
Trust me. If it was an official production, I would have picked that in a second because it's got a 94% rating.
We will live Trek review Carl the musical.
Yeah. But what is official, and feel free to, I have a backup if this doesn't work, is Star Trek Las Vegas Creation Convention.
What?
Which means we would all have to go to Star Trek Las Vegas to review it at some point in the future.
Is it? Oh, is this the new thing that they've got?
It's not new. It's been around for decades.
No,
it's the official Star Trek convention.
Open?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh,
yeah.
Right.
No,
Yes,
not the experience.
No, I was thinking of the experience. Yeah,
the experience.
Yeah.
I'll be down. That sounds
So,
like a lot.
let me hear quick votes. Yes or no on that one. I have a backup.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Sure. Okay.
Hope springs eternal.
Sure.
I still owe Idol a big smooch on the lips, so we have to plan some get-together sooner or later.
It's either
Put it in the sheet, Idol.
I don't care about what Shy's pick. Can I veto Otto's pick?
It's either that or the TOS original set tour.
All right. Oh, Triconderota. Yeah, I'll do that definitely. Yeah. Anyway,
discussing deep-laid plans, I'll wager.
Okay, Otto. In lieu of Shy's strange pick, go for yours.
I got a lot to pack into my final 2 minutes, gentlemen. I wanted to go Deep Space Nine Season 7, Once More into the Breach. Savor the fruit of life, my young friends. It has a sweet taste when it is fresh from the vine, but don't live too long. It taste turns bitter after a time. I watched that one this morning, recency bias. Thank you, Shy. It is fantastic. It doesn't lag at all in pacing. Martok eats his words, but instead I'm going to go a different direction. One that out of the 954 episodes, we would probably review about 930th in order because no one likes it. With the final pick, pick number 3 in round 15 of the Star Trek 2025 Fantasy Football Draft. I'm going to the original series 3rd season, the episode The Empath. They spent about $5 on the set dressing for this episode. It's all in the void with a few little set pieces. And it calls back to season 4 of Enterprise's Observer Effect. Kirk says, if death is all you understand, here are 4 lives for you. We will not leave our friend. You've lost the capacity to feel the emotions that you brought Jem here to experience. You don't understand what it is to live. Love and compassion are dead in you. You're nothing but intellect. When I think about what Star Trek would be in current day as a 26-episode season with smaller budgets, I think, hey, if TOS could pull it off, albeit in a kind of a shaky, low-rated manner, this is kind of what it would look like. They did it with such a shoestring budget, but they still made me feel things. So I'm adding the empath as my final pick in the draft.
I love it.
Respectable.
Getting all the Pulaski out there.
We've got to find Mr.
Oh, wait, did you add Shy Porn's?
By the way, I can give you my alternate. If you need something just for ranking purposes, I'll give you what my alternative pick was after everyone else
drop
picked.
to like the Frank levels of ranking, or I would love to come out to Las Vegas and meet you all. That would be amazing, and then just do a thing of that. That would be incredible.
Try to hack the game.
Speaking of Frank,
yes, give me your last choice. So I can add
we'll
it to
do
the
that. We'll do that for the sake of the sheet.
Shy.
Oh, what my on in the box choice would have been? It would have been TNG's The Lower Decks.
That was on my list.
Yep, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Frank.
Right.
What's Frank doing?
Frank. Oh God. This is the most Frank pick I can imagine.
Okay.
He would legitimately pick this himself if you were here. I gotta look it up on Memory Alpha. Sorry. This is great television.
Hi, can I teach
From the next generation's 6th season, Man of the People, where Troy absorbs someone's negative emotions and her tits are out as she welcomes Riker into her quarters.
Yeah, Cruella de Troy.
Yeah. That's the most Frank pick I can imagine. So,
what a base male image.
Such a basic.
She's great in that episode.
All right, Dan.
She is good, but episode blows.
Dan, you are the penultimate pick. This is your last chance.
All right.
Go for
This
it.
is tough because there's a couple episodes I really wanted to get in here, but I'm going to have to default to one that's got a little bit of a meta choice here. So I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. There are many parts of my draft that I am not proud of. They were loose plots, untidy episodes that I would like to remove.
Tapestry.
But when I pulled on one of those threads, it unraveled the tapestry of my life. That's right. Yep. So this is from a position as an older man who used to be a very much younger man watching Star Trek, and how these episodes just hit different as you grow up with them. And this one has a lot of really interesting set pieces. We get our first peek at the Nausicaans and Dom Dot, and there's there's a lot of hilarious interplay. One of the things that I don't remember as much, but on rewatch, I really just enjoy Q playing off of Picard and needling him all along the way. And I see you are not impaled yet. And
John Luck Pickard here?
Yeah, right. Yeah, with the flowers. Yeah. There's just a lot of real memorable moments to this episode, but really just the overall feel of it is just like, I was looking at this episode thinking about when I was a young child, the first time I'd get beat up by bullies, and in retrospect, thinking about just all the mistakes I made along the way and how it brought me together with you guys. So you all are the tapestry of my life. So
it's a little bit Mr. Holland's opusy too. The little speech he just gave us, but yes. Yeah.
Beautiful moment, only to be ruined by.
Tragedy is not the word I'd use. Farce would be more appropriate.
Thank you, Garrick. Thank you, Garrick. Oh, it's me.
That is not the man I am. He's bereft of passion and imagination.
Also, what was her name? Marta Bennett something. Isn't she like 16 in that episode?
She was 17 when they shot that episode, which is a little off-putting to have them together, but that's Rick Berman, baby.
There you go. Okay.
Berman gonna Berman.
I have the final pick.
Sure.
My timer has started. I have the final pick of the final draft that's going to be aired in about 16 years' time. So I'm going to tell you guys what I had on my list, and these aren't what I have actually picked. I had Year of Hell. I had Year of Hell as an option. I had Homefront and Paradise Lost. I wanted to try and... I've done a lot of two-parters, so I tried to stay away from those. I had Insurrection on there. I thought about putting Insurrection in there. I like Insurrection.
It's good.
My final pick's going to be quite fun. It's going to be good, guys. You're going to like... Well, it's going to be interesting. I'd like Shy to be there.
We can do 5 bonus rounds.
I'm here for it.
I got it.
Well,
I got deep bench.
I am, except it's 3 hours in. I got work in the morning, but I'm gonna spin up my 2 minutes because this has been really good fun. I've actually enjoyed this quite a lot. It's made me remember a lot of websites. I'm really looking forward to trekking a lot of these with you. But most important of all, I'm really looking.
How many drinks in are we?
I'm about 4. No, it's not that.
4 drinks.
I was not expecting the book and the game turns. That's been and the Las Vegas turns. Gentlemen, I am really looking forward to reviewing Turnabout Intruder with you all.
Wow.
As my final pick for this draft that we will get to in God knows when, but that is going to be my final pick to cap this off because
I have to point out, I've been looking at like who's been having like the lowest rated like thing. We've all like managed 6.4 apart from Frank, who doesn't count. How the fuck is Turnabout Intruder rated above the motion picture, holograms all the way down?
Yeah.
Fair Haven.
Shatner, baby.
Really?
Is that acting prowess?
Really?
It's...
Really? Well, he's IMDb range, man.
Well, at the final moment of the draft, after shooting myself in the foot, the winner of this season's draft is, drumroll please.
Drumhead, please.
Drumhead, please.
I'm trying to drum it. I don't know if it's coming up.
Yes.
How dare you!
The first
pick
of
the
this,
draft is forged.
With 127.5 is Shire Paul.
Hey.
Wait,
Followed
hold
closely.
on. That means
Please eliminate the 0.5.
He's a basic male image that picks the most obvious picks of everyone, including
I was not even aware of the...
And a video game. Yeah.
Let's just say, next up's Dan, 124. Myself, 119. Turnabout Intruder didn't actually affect me that much. Stars, 118. Auto with 118.1. You lost by 0.2 of a point to Stars.
I don't know how. You had all great episodes.
And Frank, 77.4. So there we have it. Let me show you the board. The final board, everyone. There it is. Well, that's what we're going to be reviewing over the next 16 years.
So no one traded. Not a single thing. Everyone was...
We did.
too much.
We're just enjoying doing our own thing.
Yep.
Well, it's not too late.
We had a good spread. I think everyone went in with the opinion that they wanted to cover their bases. I like that.
There's so much good Trek. I mean, there's so much good Trek. You didn't really... Aside from, like... First of all, I can't believe Voyage Home didn't go off this board at any point. Like, there's so few movies. You know.
There's always another Trek.
Wait, did In the Pale Moonlight get picked?
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
it
no,
did. Dan got it, I think.
No, someone did too.
Oh, that's
Dan got it, yeah.
You forgot you picked it.
Yeah, my draft
I just
changed
went down
so
the
much.
list.
My draft changed so much. Like I originally had the Jihad from TAS on there and a Night in Sick Bay from Enterprise because I was like, I'm gonna. But then once I was starting to read out the scores, I was like, actually, I don't want to be bottom of the leaderboard. I might pick some better episodes.
Oh, you coward!
Yeah, no, I'm happy with my draft. Like, I feel like if I
my
showed
draft.
people like those 15 episodes, I'd be like, you know what? That's a really good cross section of Star Trek.
That's
I'm
good
happy with
stuff. Wow.
I've still got about 95 options on my list that we never got to. I was really prepared for this one.
Well, with 900.
What's everyone's strange New Worlds pick that you would have picked if we had been allowed to actually draft?
Quality of Mercy.
Quality of Mercy?
Oh, that was on my list as well. It was Quality of Mercy. I was going to say that was.
And Subspace Rhapsody. I also had that drafted.
See, I was those old scientists all the way. Like that's
That's a good either Terrarium or Under the
good.
Cloak of War.
I know you don't care for Auto, but I like Spock and Mock. I think that's really fun.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great episode.
Anyway,
there's a lot of really good episodes of Strange New Worlds that would have absolutely made the pick for this if we had.
Oh yeah.
Do you know
we've
we've
reviewing them already.
We've had like
even just the pilot. I would have happily put the pilot down, or Children of the Comet. Yeah.
I think after season 3 of Stranger Worlds, we've all had our little bits of moaning and sort of psychoanalyzing what we've been looking at Star Trek with New Trek and things like that, and even me doubting myself as well. Going through this list recently, I was just going yeah, Star Trek's fucking great. It's so
Dude,
good.
the last 2 days, I've been watching a few of these to try to see do I remember? Is it as good as I remember? And every time it's been better than I remember. I'm like, bro, I fucking love Star Trek.
Yeah, every time.
Right on.
Never doubt. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back on Friday. What are we doing Friday, Auto?
Anything but Star Trek. Oh God.
Is there anyone who would not have picked Wrath of Khan at #1 if you got the #1 slot?
No, I
really
only because I know that you and Stars are here. You would have picked it. I didn't even.
That would have been like a round 5, 6 kind of pick for me. Just
really wow.
I think it's great. There's so many great Star Trek things.
It's like literally my top 2 favorite movies of all time. That and Princess Mononoke. And also, I do just genuinely think it's the best Star Trek thing ever. But I respect the people who don't think that, even though I had to go hard on the sell. But yeah, no, I was gonna be around 1 pick.
Yeah, respect's a odd word there, but okay.
To answer your question,
that's how the eugenics war started. We programmed everyone to
That's right. It already happened. It already happened in '96.
On Friday,
go on.
We drafted 35 rounds of our favorite Twilight Zone episodes,
Ooh.
everybody. So tune in for that.
It's a Robert Redford special as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Since he passed away.
Gladys Cooper, Robert Redford. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that.
Shout out to Overtired and Booter in the chat. Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Woo!
The boys from the Discord. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for sticking with us for this. It's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to reviewing these episodes. It's given us a clear plan. Second star to the draft, and keep on.
Keep drinking till morning.
Keep drinking.
Yeah, actually.
And long prosper and to
Live long and proper.
Well, I was thinking about Tahiti. What do you have in mind?
I was thinking about dinner at my place about 8 o'clock. Why don't you make it 7? You can help me find a place to kill some new plants.
Hey, wait a minute. How do I know you can cook?
Hooker, trust me.
Trust me. Now, where have I heard that before?